come in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock out the enemy, bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. 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 When I come in the arena, make the ground shake, make the ground scream. Me feeling knock out the enemy, bring the fire when I fight to the melody. Blood fire, you beginner, keep on the game, me a winner. Your man them know me a leader. When I come in the arena. 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 Let's go.
This shit sound like payback. This shit sound like payback. Yeah, TGIF. Got a little money on a Spotify check. Shipper picking up, but I've been paying off debt. Haven't had a minute here to take a breath yet. No sweat, ain't nobody got it like this. The year goes
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Gears Community Series. I am your host, Colin the Crow Clark, and I am joined tonight once again by the man, the myth, the legend, the young lord himself, looking oh so handsome as always, Coach Crazy Train, but Andrew Osborne would be the real name. How you doing tonight, sir?
Doing quite well, and even better now that we get to catch some brand new gridiron action with some very, very talented Gears of War players.
I'm very much so looking forward to it, but I believe we've got maybe a bracket or possibly some map picks we're going to throw up here for everybody at home to see. So we're going to throw up the maps that we're going to be playing, and we'll be cycling through those, and I can't wait to see because I believe our map 2 is that brand new gridiron map, Pahanu. If you take a look here, it is indeed. So map 1, exhibit map 2, Pahanu, and if we have to go there, we've got Vaskar and map 3. So Crazy Train, what jumps out at you right away in this one?
I mean, obviously, Pahanu, I'm really, really excited to see how that gets played. I haven't seen it in any scrimmages yet or any teams at a really competitive level. So I'm really excited to see sort of these teams try and figure out what sort of meta is going to be productive. I mean, Exhibit, obviously, tried and true. We've seen it over and over again in the escalation context, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start mixing things up with a flag in play.
Yeah, definitely with a flag in play, that's going to make things a little less stale. I know in the escalation, we have got all those hills in the same position as the entire game goes on. But on Gridiron, you have a flag to fight over. The flag will rotate through that center line where normally you'd see those center line weapons placed. But in Gridiron, you've got the flag that rotates. You've got weapons that rotate every couple of rounds as well. So definitely going to be interesting. And for those of you at home who have been living under a rock since Operation 3 dropped, CT, you want to give them a little insight on how Gridiron is played as compared to our normal game type of escalation?
Yeah, of course. So the biggest change right off the bat is each round you do not have any respawns. This is single life Gears of War, people. This is something we've been asking for forever, and I'm incredibly excited to see play out single life Gears of War, no respawns. Every round there are weapons already on the map, so that's going to be another major difference between Escalation and Gridiron. The two win conditions are either wipe the entire team off the map, killing all 5 players, or hold the flag in the opponent's end zone for 5 seconds. And either of those two will give you 2 points. Play round after round after round. The flag will move around the map round after round. And first team to get 13 points wins the map.
So we're going to get to see, after that beautiful breakdown by CT, exactly how Gridiron will play out, because, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get loaded into Exhibit right here, right now. I can't wait to see this non-stop action, because this is a tightly quartered map. There's going to be a lot of shotgun fights down low, and I'm definitely going to assume we're going to see some intense action, especially coming out from last week's champions, ladies and gentlemen. Carnage Gaming in our first matchup.
Yeah, I mean, obviously looking at them, they're some heavy favorites to continue playing and going to another back-to-back grand finals here at the Gears Community Series. But if you look at the other side, those opposing them, Stummy Boys, Cold, Tanks, Relics, Aches, and Red 9. You know, I think these guys are very, very talented Gears of War players, and there's actually no doubt about that. So if anyone has something to say about it, it'd be the Stummy Boys.
So the Stummy Boys are going to give their best try at taking down last week's eventual champions. But we've got to start with the eventual champions. I'm going to start there with Demon from Carnage Gaming, see how he plays this out, and see if it plays out a lot like Escalation. Smoke's in already. He's going to go for that quick flag pick, and they're going to rotate it right on back to their side now. Demon's going to reset, and it looks like Stummy has decided to go up top and try to rotate across that middle hallway where the laser beams are. CT, do you see that as a viable strategy early on in this one?
I have no idea of telling. Like I said, this is my first time seeing this on Exhibit, but if I had to guess, you're going to have to flood enemies through our top side to make it viable. But keep in mind, there are weapons on the map we have to play for. So by picking up that torque bow and having top control, CG is sort of pinched in right here. It needs to push out on either way. But picking up 2 kills on Cold and Tanks is going to do that.
Red 9 with a double on a torque, baby! Don't ever doubt that man with the bow in his hand, CT. They paid off to go up top, but it looks like the flag's going to make a mad dash for it. Toides is running across to the end zone. Relic has been waiting for him with the Boltox, and now Toides has to rotate yet again as a 3v1 situation. Relic going for the Boltox down and out, but there's Aches with a cross with that Lancer. Finish off the down and the out, and there's the 2 points with the team elimination. So already, CT, things are very hectic compared to what we're used to with Escalation, where you get an initial and a bit of a downtime. This is more of just a straight build. It's who gets the flag, who gets the first pick, and then who's going to win the round based on those numbers advantages, correct?
Correct, and I'd like to remind everyone at home, while there are 2 win conditions to get those 2 points, if you do hold the flag when the time limit runs out, you get 1 point. And if no one is holding the flag by the time the time runs out, the first team to touch the flag wins.
So there we go again, Carnage with the early flag pick. Demon doing a great job there, getting the flag for his team and getting out just to back up toward their spawn. On the opposite side, frag grenades were picked up by the Stummy Boys, and they have not completely been used yet. That's in the hands of I'm Kinda Cold. They're trying to get a pick here on Demon. They're trying to look for him because he's rotating around. He's taking some Lancer shots, but nothing too definitive yet. That Torque Bow still on that middle bridge, waiting to be contested. You see Toides down here being the anchor for his team, waiting for somebody to push up with that Bolt Hawk in hand.
CG learned their lesson. Last time they got flooded through the top side and had too many resources committed down low and got killed out and lost Torque Bow control. But we're going to see the boys at Stummy trying to pick up that Torque Bow, and we're going to see if Red 9 can continue doing work with it.
Red 9 again with a Torque in hand, has revved it up, thrown out the first bolt, nothing connected there. So I'm going to go on board with Red 9, really try to look at who he's maybe picking off, who he might see. He Toides misroll, but Red 9 doesn't get it to go. There's that roll out of the cover. He should have easily had that bolt from that distance, but nothing just yet. Another bolt goes down toward the area of Toides, so they've had to back all the way up into their spawn. You see them set up here, and if Carnage can hold on to this for a full another 19 seconds, they will get 1 point out of this. But it looks like, here you go, the push out from Stummy, but kill after kill. Tank's down now, up to Aches all by himself to try to not give up these 2 points. He's going to be in a 1v1 if they get this kill. Before these 4 seconds are up, they're only going to get 1, but they do, in fact, convert on Aches and get the 2 points, and we are all tied up going into round number 3. CT, if you were Aches, do you think you should have gotten the call out? Maybe if you win that 1v to just hightail it out of there, only give up 1 point, maintain a possible lead?
I think that's definitely the play there. I mean, give up only 1 point if you can. After those first 2 kills come out for the side of CG, you know, maybe say, okay, let's chalk this round, only go down by 1. But, you know, these teams are still figuring out how to play this game mode. It's brand new, and I think a lot of the times the meta isn't very defined, and some of those plays right there aren't the best plays that could be made.
So I'm kind of cold this time, comes away with that early flag pick. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know at home, when you first pick up the flag for a full 7 seconds of the round, you are marked. Whether anybody actually marks you or not, you get the full outline. Everybody knows exactly where you're trying to rotate that flag to, so you become a beacon of hatred with that flag on your back for the first 6 seconds. But there goes a double pick up top by Carnage Gaming on Aches and Red 9. So now I'm Kinda Cold is going to have to push up here. He's going to have to try to make something happen with the frags. Come in, pick off I'm Kinda Cold, but also take out, that's a suicide sacrifice to stop the flag from barreling into the home. It is all up to Relics and Tanks with the Torque Bow up top in the hands of Autons, looking down at their home hill, or I say home hill, excuse me, the end zone. What would be the equivalent of the home hill here in Gridiron, but the Torque Bow is pushed up on the flag carrier. Autons, he doesn't get that first to go. He's going to be in a 2v1. Maybe if they get this pick, they might be able to come away with this, but there's a trade out. It's all up to Relics. CT, can he get away with this and try to hightail it toward the end zone?
I mean, Relics is just either going to rotate to the end zone and force Infernus to down him, or he's just going to take this 1v1, or again, the third opportunity he has, he can run from this fight and pick up the point and take the lead right here. He can run from this fight as long as he likes. So we're honestly, I don't know which one he's going to choose. Having that Bolt Hawk is a fantastic weapon to have in a 1v1, and I see him with that advantage, especially because Infernus has to push him, and because Relics has a Bolt Hawk. So I see him playing a lot slower here.
Here comes Infernus. He's going to run right after Relics, but with the less than 10 seconds, they both know that all Relics is going to do is run away and hide and save the 1 point for himself. So ladies and gentlemen, throughout the week, I've actually gotten to see some of how this game type has evolved. On Tuesday, we were treated to a beautiful tournament put on by our good friends over at UMG, headed up by Ryan Fools, with a lot of the pro teams, and they played it, they elected to play it a lot like execution, pure execution. One team would get the flag, but it almost like it wouldn't stop him. Nobody would really rotate back. Teams would keep pushing forward, try to get these execution style kills, wipe the enemy team after getting the flag. But here we've already seen 2 complete reverses where teams have had to go in and just get back to their spawn. And CT, again, that flag down at the bottom in a very dangerous position. Tank goes down early. And now the pick on the flag comes down. Another down on Cold. Looks like Demon's trying to put in some work with that Bolt Hawk to get that first pick, but the first pick will indeed. Ice will be broken on offense.
Something I'd like to mention as well that's changed up with this update is you no longer spawn in with your stun grenades. You had the option as back spawns to choose between stun grenades and flash grenades, but in this game mode you're only allowed to have smoke grenades. So that's why it's getting really, really hazy out there and it's hard to see, and it's what allowed Toides to get an easy map pick. Or excuse me, an easy flag pick.
To just survive here on this cover, but there's the pistol, there's the down. Toides all by himself. He may have a chance to tap up, but no way, no how. Tanks will take that free 175 to the bank. And now we see Stummy up 5-2. So, CT, new game mode, relatively new metas to possibly think about and deal with. And so far, what are your thoughts on this? Do you like how it's playing out, where people are usually hightailing it back to their spawn, or would you like to see some people take some more fights early on at the flag?
I want to see these fights going down to the flags with more resources, right? There's a lot of different weapons spread out along this map, but there's nothing like a big drop shot or a boom shot that would really warrant moving to a different place. We see plays up top towards that torque bow, but I want to see larger scale fights closer on. Toides with a great headshot with that bolt hawk.
So Toides gets a headshot with a bolt hawk. Relics runs in and hits a backflip headshot with the shotgun because he basically rolls back as he picks up the flag, letting that shot come out. So we have a 4v4, torque bow in the hands of Aches yet again. And I'd like to see Red9 make a call to maybe push across here. He doesn't know that there's only one member of Carnage really blocking off that top section. Now they've rotated a second up there, so they didn't know they had the numbers up there, but they didn't take the possible advantage of it. But now we see Carnage Gaming with a 2-2 split, 2 up top, 2 down low, to take perfect defensive position against that flag. And I just can't help but think Carnage has to make the move here, but Autens is going to get picked off by Tank, so I believe that's going to basically end the round. Infernus is moving up on the hill. There's the splash damage from that torque bow. Toides getting a double kill with the frags, and now Relics killing off Infernus. So it is up to Mello and Toides to win a 2v2 to not go down 6 or possibly 7-2 here in Gridiron.
Tanks having those torque bows is huge, and we're seeing over and over again Stummy Boys is making them lose every single round because of that torque bow. They're getting 1, 2, 3, multiple kills and downs. I want to see CG adapt or at least fight up top for that torque bow.
There was a good kill by Mello, so Mello now has the 10 seconds to possibly get a 5-3, and then hits the up A huge on Tanks to get both points for his team. And they are right back into this one, ladies and gentlemen, 5-4. And just for those of you at home keeping track, points to win a map of Gridiron is 13. So you could easily dominate 2 points after 2 points for 7 rounds and really send your opponents home squealing like little kitties. But they could fight back, and you could see this thing go quite the distance. And now the flag being put back down there. Flag tight side. Quick pick there on I'm Kinda Cold for the flag. Toides not getting enough shots to get the down this time. Demon going for the pick on the torque bow, will get it out and get revived. So Carnage Gaming gives up the flag, but takes care of the torque bow, just like you called it, CT. You said they needed to adapt to try to get that torque bow, and they have done it for you, my friend.
Yeah, that's sort of the play you want to see. At this point, we're going to see if it works out for them. We know that the players on Stummy Boys are talented with that torque bow. They've shown it in the kill feed. Can CG respond? That's the question.
Relics getting a kill there on the bottom to try to get the lead 5-4, and now with the life lead, looks like Stummy Boys is going to be able to play a little bit further back. The torque bow may still be in the hands of Demon, so I think we have to go with him. Look, if you're going to make this charge, this comeback down a man, you've got to start with an easy pick, and what easier way than putting an explosive, a bow and arrow bolt directly into somebody's sternum, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah, that's what you want to see. He misses a very, very close shot on Red. Should pick up one on Aches, as he does. Resistant from Demon.
There we go, another bolt out, doesn't get it to go. In the back hallway, Red9 gets another kill. It's a 4v2. 1 second left until the capture. And the touchdown, ladies and gentlemen, comes through for Stummy Boys. And they take the lead again, 7-4. Just a little commanding here. It looks like Stummy has the number of carnage early in this one. They continue to either come away with a power weapon, or they come away with a kill and the life lead in the round. So you wanted to see the adjustment to the torque bow. Is there a next adjustment you want to see? Is there anything you think that Carnage can come back in this one and do?
Torque bow is no longer on the map, so as we get a little farther into this, not only does the flag rotate, but the weapons do too. There's now a drop shot centrally located, and that's where all the numbers are fighting right now. Aches picking up a great kill.
downs coming out. There's a down from Toides on Demon, though, and then Red Knight, all he has to do is pick him up, and Furnace comes in to try to get that drop shot, trying to fight over it right now for his teammate. Gets down by Cold. Here comes the revive. So Furnace still alive, hits the up A, and now tries to come onto the backside. I believe that is Relics with the flag and hightailing it out of there, meeting his teammate Ake. So with that drop shot down low, it made for quite the shot, and here comes the possible touchdown. Just 2 seconds to go. Nobody's in the hill. There he goes, rolling out because the drop shot, when he gets the shot on Infernus, nothing can stop him at this point because the drop shot won't make it in time. Ladies and gentlemen, throw your hands high. Touchdown! Stummy boys back to back, and that's what you want to see.
I love that play. Putting the flag in the end zone, you're baiting out a drop shot as that's the only thing to get there fast enough. So by making him shoot that drop shot, he's standing still. You're guaranteeing yourself a 2v1 as long as you can make the easy dodge from that long range drop shot. That's such a smart play and secures them the round as they go up by 3 scores.
Go up by 3 scores, and they have a commanding lead down to just their final 4 points to win. They can win the next 2 rounds and come away with this map 1 victory. Mello gets pushed out by 2 members of Stummy Boys here, and it looks like the fight over the drop will yet again be the focus for both teams. And here comes the flank from Red 9 getting that first down. So you see Carnage has to back up. Big shot over the cover by Red 9, doesn't get to go, and Furnace tries to run in, but Relics, great job with that drop shot. And now the final kill, 11 points through the elimination comes Stummy Boys. They are 2 points away from map number 1, and CT, is this all over but the crying?
To me, it looks like that. We've seen a bunch of different strategies employed by both teams, different things across the board, whether or not they're playing for touchdowns, kills, or simply holding the flag for the 1 point. And across the board, we're seeing Stummy Boys come out on top of every major team fight, getting advantage after advantage with torque bows, drop shots, and flag control. CG needs to step up in a big way in the slaying category.
They can do it here. Red 9 trying to get shots on, but can't get anything to go just yet, and Carnage gets the flag out, but Toides is going to go down, so the first kill will yet again go to Stummy Boys. There's another one, so it is a 4v2, and Demon has to just play defense with that flag. He has to keep his life here because also the drop shot is in the hands of Tanks. First one in, doesn't get it to go. Here comes the reload. He has to be careful. If he can get that active, he could easily put Demon down and out in this one. Demon trying to fight off 2 members of Stummy Boys. Misrolls directly into the shotgun of Ace, and there's the second kill and the cleanup.
The game.
Whoo! CT, you said it, all over but the crying. I called it. 13-4. Stummy Boys with the map number 1 win. Tell me, what was the biggest factor in that map number 1?
Biggest factor on map number 1 is on your screen right now, Relics. It is hard to look that dominant without a main Slayer, and Relics was that for Stummy Boys, going what I believe was 12-3, a 4 KD. Relics was averaging almost a team wipe in his KD. That's ridiculous, Colin.
Almost a team wipe in his KD. That's got to be a hell of a mountain to climb if you're Carnage Gaming to come back against a guy like Aches. But if there's any map that I think can throw a wrench into the plan of Stummy Boys, it has got to be Pahanu, because nobody's really had a lot of experience on it. Nobody has gotten to see it in multiple ways. It's a big map. It's a dark map. It's got a lot of cover. CT, do you got any insights already on this one, or are we all going into it blind?
So as far as insights into this map, I did get a chance to play this with King of the Hill and also give it a quick run around in a private match. You are not going to be able to generate the shotgun fights that you want. This is looking more and more like a chess match, especially when you're single life. I'm looking to see these fights go down at major weapons where they're placed on the map, and also control of the mid box. When I say mid box, there's going to be a square in the middle of the map, right? And that's where you're going to have control and Lancer angles across everywhere, and that's going to be key to winning this.
You know what helps you control maps? You know what helps the key to success for many of these players? That would be logging into Matcherino, getting those retweets out, getting those follows out, and making sure they help build up their own prize pool. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Matcherino, our partner for the Gears Community Series, is good enough to help us build our own prize pool simply by liking, retweeting, following different possible people on Twitter. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at a little video of how it's so easy to do.
And I absolutely love, and I love what most about Gridiron is the audio we're getting in our ears right now. We're hearing some crowd cheering. We're getting like some football vibes and some crowd roaring. I absolutely love that addition to this game mode.
That is a great addition, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to go straight into it, though. We're going to launch Pahanu here. Get a good look at this map. It's a beautiful one. The devs took a long time to really build out the life of this map. I mean, they gave it some beautiful scenery. Aches is going to meet Mello there on that mid-box that CT was talking about earlier. It looks like Mello will be the first to jump in. He'll re-hop out immediately, and now Aches all by himself in there. He's going to get down, and it looks like Mello will go back in to he's going to check this. There goes the kill. So Coltrane, that beautiful winter armor Coltrane, already with the flag and with a kill lead here on Pahanu. And tell me, what did you see about that CT? What did he bait him to come into there and just got the crossfire, great over the cover shots? What was it?
So by throwing the smoke there, he slows both members down. And because he makes Aches think twice about that 1v fight, he's able to hop in, pick that flag, and get back out. Aches, seeing that he's picked up the flag, is then going to want to replace him in that spot in middle control. And Mello just hits good bricks and wins the cover fight.
Good bricks wins a cover fight. And they get the kills, but they don't come away with an entire kill lead. And Mello's going to rotate all the way back across the map. There's a 2v1 on one side with the opposite happening on the other. And it looks like, though, Stummy Boys are going to come away with all that. And now Mello has completely retreated to a point on the map where he thought he was safe, but not for long. He's going to have to throw that flashbang, try to get a kill here. Lancer fire in. I'm kind of cold is going to challenge him first in the 1v1. There he goes, and Cold comes away with the down. And now we're going to get a little bit of a love tap.
Round one?
A Batista bomb.
Are we doing this?
He walks not alone, but with plenty of teammates closing that one out with a 4-1 life lead and then ending it with that beautiful Batista bomb.
Well, there you go. If that doesn't speak to a team's confidence, I don't know what will. Going up, 4 members surrounding him, Batista bombing him after round 1? Oh boy.
Hey, look, sometimes you got to show out, show off. You're live on stream. You got to go ahead and get your name solidified in the eyes of the viewers. That flag will rotate to the bottom of the map where that torque bow was last round, and it looks like both teams vying for position over. We have a 3v2 over here. The 2v3 on the opposite side. Stummy Boys opting for the power weapon yet again, but they come away with it as well. So again, we see Carnage getting the flag, but Stummy Boys coming away with the power weapon in this one.
I want to keep an eye on Relics. He's picked up that torque bow again, and we Stummy Boys have been so accurate with that. I want to see how they push around the map and, you know, force CG to rotate, and they're going to have eyes on that flag, so maybe to catch them mid-rotation for some easy torque bow kills on such a big and open map like this.
5v5 still. Torque bow has to open things up yet again. So far, nobody's making any moves. CT, what do you see? Tell me what you see. Say it with your chest, baby. I want to hear this. I want to hear this breakdown.
I'm looking to see Relics and Red 9 work together. They've got a torque bow and a Marshka, 2 of the most deadly long-range weapons in the game. I want to see them work to sort of pinch different people around the map. I want to see them generate some angles rather than just be standing next to each other like we're seeing right now. A grenade almost picks up Relics, but he will live to rotate back. But I do want to see Relics and Red 9 sort of spread out and generate better angles with the weapons they have in their hands.
And there's the downs, a couple of downs out. The cleanup comes in for Stummy Boys, so it is a 5v4 because the down for Carnage tapped back up, and now there's a 3v1 on the opposite side of the map. If they clean that one off, they're going to put themselves in a commanding lead. It is a 5v2 now, and Mello again has to run for his life all by himself. Goes down, and will Relics go for his own? No, he will not. He'll just clean him up. No Batista bomb in round number 2. But definitely back-to-back round wins for Stummy, and I see you scratching your chin, CT. What do you see? What's the call here, brother?
Toides got caught with his pants down almost. He was hiding in the corner, had some great angles, and someone just turned the corner and caught him unawares with a free shotgun kill. No calls from his team, no communication there. I'm just surprised that side of the map fell apart so easily for CG. I'm wondering what their comms are like right now.
Again, Cold pressing up on the flag, and again, we have a 3v3 with one member of Stummy rotating into the middle, trying to get a great flank, but he gets called out and taken down. So does one member of Carnage, so the trades will come through for Carnage. They're going to get the revive and the kill. But Stummy comes away with the flag for now, and I think Carnage has to try to get that kill, just like Stummy has in earlier rounds. But there's the answer. The Torque Bow picking up Toy Days, so now it is a 4v4, and you can't just push so freely.
We're seeing some shotgun fights go down here, and the crosses simply just aren't there when we're looking at the side of CG. The Stummy Boys are sort of rotating where they want to, when they want to. And with players going down, I'm honestly very, very surprised by that, because CG is having mid control. They have control of this box. They have all the angles they could want. I just feel like they're not keeping track of where all the members of Stummy Boys are, and they're just wolfpacking and taking advantage of it.
Wolfpack is going to help them score this touchdown in the hill. The Torque Bow joining him just in case Alton's got any big ideas. And touchdown we go. And it almost looks like they did score a touchdown because there's 6 points on the board, but there's no extra kicks in Gridiron. You're just going to get those 2 points for the touchdown round, and you will see the flag flow once again back to the middle. And I'd love to see a little more action with those marks, because I haven't seen anybody really put those things to beautiful use just yet. I'd like to see some of these weapons get used to a little bit more pristine care. There's the flashbangs picked up by both teams. Both marks is picked up, so hopefully I'll get my wish here in this one.
On a map like this, where it's fairly symmetrical and honestly sort of, you know, not horizontal, but kind of flat, there's no obvious high power positions. These players don't really know where to take, you know, the Marsco, where it can be best used most effectively. So I think it'll take a couple of maps, you know, maybe a week or so before these players really know where's the most effective place to be using the Marsco.
Looks like yet again, Stummy will be
That was a
kills early on.
ridiculous Torque Bow from Kinda Cold.
Did you get a good look at it? Tell
I
me
got a
what you see.
fantastic look at it. Barely over the cover. I think it was Toyda's back A's, and Cole just catches his foot as it slides out of the cover. Wow, Cold going huge for his roster with 3 back-to-back kills, defending his 1 yard line.
3 back-to-back kills and an 8-0 lead. They are just 5 points away from shutting out last week's Gears Community Series champion. I know we switched up the game type to Gridiron this week, but that is still a huge feat to come away with, and you really see how good some of these players are in single life game modes, that classic style and feel of Gears of War we have so loved for so long. Smoke's in, and it looks like nobody really going for the flag just yet. It looks like both teams are going to jockey over the power weapon down here at the bottom of the map inside the trees. I'd like to call it the rib cage, because you see back there that giant rib cage kind of spot out.
Yeah, that's a good call out there. We're going to see Tanks here in this 1v. This is going to be like a classic box fight. I really kind of like this action. Tanks going wide is really just going to deal damage. He knows he has to get this kill in isolation. Gets it. I want to see him quickly rotate that weapon to his teammates who are currently fighting a 2v2. He's got the angle.
2v3 now. Carnage Gaming on the back foot down. One member. The damage comes in from the splash damage of the Torque Bow. Doesn't get anything to go yet. Alton still with the flag in his hand, pushing forward. He gets taken down, though. That down will instantaneously drop that flag to allow somebody else to try to pick it up. But there's the kill. And Infernus, last alive, downed and out. They go for the flag. Will they go for the touchdown? Nope, they're just going to go for another Batista bomb with that beautiful animation of the corpse exploding. I'm pretty sure we're going to see quite a lot of those all weekend long.
That's exactly what I love to see. We talked last time about Relics having a 4 KD. Get this, the top 2 Slayers for Stummy Boys right now, I think, are combining for a 13 KD. Tanks is 13-0. Kinda Cold is 11-2. CG does not have an answer for the slaying power of Stummy Boys right now.
Not have an answer for these single life game mode rounds slaying power. It looks like CG has been caught off guard, because they're used to being able to come in and back up their teammates, maybe play for some hills and play back, whereas here you got to go for a flag or a power weapon, and these early engagements are so chaotic that it looks like Stummy Boys are coming out not just on top, but in such a commanding fashion that they're really getting to have their way with Carnage Gaming.
We saw something new in the feed. Some blue Nashers getting kills, but I like to see it. Maybe there's breaths of life, but not if Relics has anything to say about it. He has been a ridiculous man, a different type of animal with that torque bow. If I'm counting, I think he's almost to 8 kills with the torque bow so far in the series.
8 kills in the torque bow. With the torque in this series, my goodness gracious, somebody call Robin Hood and tell him he was coming for his position. It is all up to Aches, but he will not be anywhere close enough to help stop that touchdown. And finally, Life out of Carnage. They get their first 2 points on the board in this one, but they have got a long way to go.
I mean, we see it in the feed when the blue team is able to generate some shotgun kills. They're able to get the space and rotate on the map how they want to, slowing down Stummy Boys. But they're going to have to do it round after round after round.
So real quick, CT, let me know, because, I like to play a lot of ranked. I'm a ranked kid. I'm not a professional. I'm not one of those boys that's so good at this game that certain weapons just are too broken in my hands. How does the ranked community, or how does the professional community feel about that Lancer GL that is on the map right now?
A lot of us don't like that style of weapon on the map and disagree with its placement there. However, we gotta work with what we've got. And obviously, we have some talented players in the community who are gonna make a handheld grenade launcher do the most damage possible. But we talk about damage, CG, like I called it last time, they're coming out and getting a lot of kills. They're currently sitting in a 3v2, and all power weapons off the map.
Now Aches going for this touchdown. He's got some bodyguard help, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Aches with 2 more points and 1 more nail in the coffin of Carnage Gaming. They are 1 point away from closing this one out. And Tanks still does not have a death, I think. I'm pretty sure he's still... Oh, no, denial. Excuse me. He's got 2 deaths. Denials in that final column. I was getting so worried for a second. I was like, did they lose a round by elimination? Have I lost it completely? Am I without my right mind?
But that last round's a perfect example of you can have man advantage and you can win the key fights. But if you lose track of that player with that flag, they're gonna cap it and run it right into your touchdown. See CG again. I'm wondering what their comms are looking like. If we're letting flag picks, grenade launchers getting picked up.
An answer. They got 2 left to go. It's a 4v2 now. CG kind of picked it up there. They gave up the GL and the flag, but they've answered back and definitely answered completely that question of can we win this round 4v2, because there it goes with the elimination. And 12-4, we continue forward in this one. Down just to 1 point for Stummy Boys, and a hell of a high mountain to climb for Carnage Gaming still.
Melo's stepping up in a big way. I've seen him start to fire on all cylinders, now currently 10-5. He's sort of been the reason they're able to get 2 touchdowns thus far, but I need to see people like Toyda step up and, at least try and go positive in elimination game modes in order to continue winning these rounds.
Flash is coming in the backside there, and it looks like Carnage didn't press their advantage. The 2 flashes just stopped the cross on their flag carrier, but did not get the ability to get the down there. So Infernus has the flag right here in this fight. Maybe they'll back up. Maybe they'll use the extra numbers over here to try to get this kill here on Aches. But Aches with the meat shield pushes in. Big up A and is finally taken down by Infernus. So Infernus has another member of his team here in front of him. That is Demon. They were chasing Red 9. They won't get the down just yet on him. Infernus tries to roll in to help his teammate. Demon, though, hard-headedly, hammer-headedly pushes forward and is going to leave Infernus in what is an almost impossible situation. 4v1 against Stummy Boys. Flashbang in. He's going to get Lancer down. No way, no how is he going to escape this one. And we have our first game of the day exclavated by a Batista bomb. 14-4. Stummy Boys win in scintillating, sensational fashion in this map number 2 with a clean sweep 2-0.
Is that a 28-6 we just watched?
Believe close to that. I mean, you're probably keeping numbers. I'm just the voice over here, man. You're the brains of the operation. I'm not even the beauty, okay? I'm just the voice. There's a lot of hot air and a voice. You are the brains, the beauty. You're all of it. I'm just here, baby. I'm riding your coattails.
So if we're gonna talk numbers here, I believe we're 28-6 currently in the series. That is they're doing 4 times the amount of points that Carnage was able to do. We look at an absolutely dominating showing from Stummy Boys. We're in the semifinals. Both these teams have, played a fair amount of Gridiron today. I'm a little surprised with such a dominant performance, but if we look at the reasoning why, it has to come down to the sheer slaying power of Stummy Boys. We saw it, Relics having a 4KD on the first map. On the second map, going about 6-7 rounds in, you have players combining for like 28-2, 27-3 type KDs. Like, you simply can't compete with that kind of firepower.
It's got to be hard to compete with that kind of firepower. But what's not hard is to catch a drink, maybe fix yourself a sandwich, because we're going to a break, and we'll be back with our other semifinal game here in the Gears Community Series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gears Community Series. Again, I am your host, Colin the Crow Clark, joined by the beauty and the brains of our operation, Crazy Train, aka Andrew Osborne, for those of you that don't know the government just yet. We have got a bit of a beautiful matchup coming up because we've got a completely unbiased analyst here. We had no bias whatsoever coming up in this one, but I believe he might have some insight on one of the two teams we're about to bear witness to.
Right, so we're looking at right now the matchup between Hive and Tiki Gaming. So as many of you guys know, one of the larger, faces of the amateur scene, Jibri McLeod, has had this team for a little bit of time. I've seen him teaming with Vibies for a while, seen him playing around with Poetic a little bit, but this is the first time I've seen him playing with Elementals and Abysmal. I'm really excited to sort of see what this team can do in action. This is my first time seeing them play. However, on the Swarm side, this is not the first time I've seen this team play. Hive, we're looking at not a new look Hive, but I'm seeing some new spawns that I'm not usually used to seeing. I'm excited to see what Tidy does in front spawn. I think they're switching it up on me, or maybe we're making some audibles, trying to figure out what works best. I don't know how their path throughout the previous part of this tournament has gone, but something made them go, Tidy, front spawn. So I'm looking at him. Maybe he's slaying out. Maybe Tidy woke up feeling himself today. I don't know what we'll see.
Well, we know what we're going to see, and that is some beautiful Gears of War gridiron action. Not the first time CT has seen the boys that he coaches on the pro circuit Hive, but the first time any of us will get to see Tiki Gaming's Jippery McLeod and boys. But here we go. Let's look at the map rotation, the exact same one that we saw in Game 1 tonight. We have Exhibit, we have the brand new map Pahanu, and if it has to go to a map number 3, we will see Vaskar once again. So same map pool. It looks like teams are really favoring these 3 maps so far, since they're the exact same from our first game. Any insights onto why they might be favoring these maps, CT?
I think map 1 is Exhibit is really nice for a lot of these teams getting adjusted to a new game mode like Gridiron. Exhibit, it's very, very tight lanes, the tightest lanes that you're going to see of any map in Gears of War. There's only 2, sort of lanes you can go through in the bottom, and one very narrow sort of overlook catwalk on the top of the map. So this allows people to keep really, really good track of numbers. There probably won't be a lot of people sneaking past each other with the flag, going for quick touchdowns. This is sort of an easier map for teams to sort of contain the chaos that comes with Gridiron.
Well, they're going to have to contain the chaos here soon, because we are in our countdown. We will be going into the game here. We've got Hive, we've got Tiki Gaming, we have Exhibit, we've got the teams, we've got the means, we've got my main man, Crazy Train. I am Colin. We're going to bring you all of the action once again. And let's just, in case anybody's joining us here in this second game, run over Gridiron real quick, CT. Give me your quick breakdown once again.
Gridiron is a game mode in which there are no respawns. Every single round when you die, you are out for that round. If you win a round by killing the entire other team or holding the flag in your opponent's touchdown for 5 seconds, you get 2 points. Whichever team is holding the flag when time runs out, if we can't get those kills or that touchdown, is awarded 1 point. And if for some reason no one has touched the flag when time runs out, the very first team to just touch the flag will be awarded the points.
So you've got a couple of ways to win. That looks like 4 possible scenarios, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it, so you don't have to be biased. Let's start on Tidy. Let's see why they put him in that front spawn, but they also give him the bold talk. So even going for the flag, which we saw the front spawn doing a lot in our first game, doesn't work out for them. They go for the bolt talk instead on Tidy. Demise is going to get taken down in that mid-circle, going for those frag grenades. Tidy now bouncing around, trying to get those grenades. Will get him and will back out, but goes down. So now they've got a possible 5v3 if the cross comes through, and it will. It looks like Tiki Gaming is looking to take this first round by elimination. Jippery in a 1v1 with Noe, and that is a bad man if I've ever seen one. Noe pushing up, not taking any chances against Jippery McLeod. Gets the first shot on, but Jippery 2 shots it down and takes him down. Hashtag get Jip. TJ last alive for his team. Wiped off the map, and Hive looking a little slow in round 1, giving up the 2 points for the elimination to Tiki Gaming.
Right, without a doubt. What Tiki did really, really well there is they put pressure sort of neutrally across the entire map. And so when they didn't know where to focus, where to point all their Lancers in the same direction, they're able to pull the flag out and, you know, make sure that that person is safe. And then when Hive does push in, because their numbers are spread, you know, widely, they're able to cross from all sorts of different angles, picking up kills on Demise and Tidy off rip.
Abysmal goes in and gets away with the flag, almost scot-free, goes down at the last seconds. Another flag on the side of Tiki Gaming, and they're going to have this and be able to back out here. And they're going to force Hive to play offense because they've got the frag grenades. They've got a 5 versus 5, and we're going to see a setup again. We saw this a lot in our first game of the night. Try to get that first pick. They call out force there on that first cover. So let's see how they decide to either play defense or who gets this first pick. But if I'm the force, I think you got to call out to rotate those frag grenades into the fight. Excuse me, the frag grenades have already been used, so they don't have... No, they haven't. There they go. Demise.
Demise has those frag grenades, and he's down low, hanging out. I think they right now trying to figure out where the numbers are. Noe obviously holding that top catwalk with Tidy and Jeff having his back. The numbers are actually equally matched here. We're looking to see some frag plays to try and get a pick, you know, put a chink in the armor of Tiki Gaming, or a group push for that torque bow will allow them to use that weapon later on to hopefully get that pick that they need to push forward.
So they use the frag to back members of Tiki Gaming out of that little cubby area, and they make sure they can't cross out Hefe when he goes for that torque bow. So now Hefe with the torque bow, this has to be the icebreaker. If you're Hive, you have to use the torque or the frags to get that early pick and try to push up from there. See Noe pushing across, using his movement to perfection. Elemental's back there in the corner with the flag, sticking out like a sore thumb. Looks like Noe's going to be the first to the fight. He's going to get some good shots on. Great L triggers by Noe. He's going to continue to push the flag, though. Not showing any fear. Runs past one. Doesn't get anything to go. There's the melee. Nothing yet. And there's the downs, the outs. And once again, the elimination by Tiki Gaming, proving that sometimes teamwork makes that dream work with a Lancer cover fire and some beautiful Nasher L triggers to really put Hive on the back foot in this one.
Right, definitely. That's definitely a warning sign. When we're 2 rounds into a game and you see a roster without a single kill, Tidy in the negative points right now, you know, you're looking to Hive to figure out what's the answer to the quick pick strategy coming from Tiki Gaming.
I think they got to put Tidy in the fight. There they go. They put him in. He's going to get the flag. He's going to bounce out, so that movement will once again come in handy for guys on the side of Hive. It'll get him the flag in this one, but not yet will it get anybody the power weapons. Elemental has the frag, throws it at Tidy. He might not get away with his life. He will just barely by the skin of his chinny chin chin. He will make it out with, I believe, just a few points of life left, and now we've got to figure out who may or may not come away with that torque, that other power weapon that people want to use. You see Jippery still using that hammer burst to perfection, getting shots on, but he's full red. One more tick, and he might have gone down in that one. Still 5v5. We settle into this round to try to figure out where the push will come from the side of Hive. Second frag grenade out, misses CT. You think Hive has to push full force? They have to just full send to one side toward the numbers to try to get that touchdown, or maybe a pick?
Right now, with Noe going down at that point in time right now, we're waiting for picks and trying to figure out where numbers are to rotate with the main advantage. That's what they should do on Elementals here really quickly, get a crisp 2v1 together. But not if Elementals has anything to say about it. TJ not there to back up his teammate Tidy. Elementals gets the kill and gets away with the flag. That's the last thing you want to happen if you're a fan of Hive.
Jippery gets taken out up top, so they even the score back up, but there goes the kills. It is all up to Hefe. Hefe, number 8 on the screen, has the torque bow in hand. He's going to ensure they can't cause that touchdown. They're only going to give up 1 point in this one because I don't know if they can push all the way across the map in those last 10 seconds. It looks like maybe one member will come up to that touchdown area, that end zone area. Here they all three come, one after the next. It'll be a freight train, but with only 3 seconds, not enough time to get in for the touchdown or the elimination. Domination, but the timer is stopped. The torque bow comes
huge
through,
torque bow.
Hefe still taken down and out. Great shot.
So right there,
beautiful shot.
the clock we're looking at that counts down, you know, whether or not the team only get 1 point or at least finish out the game, that clock actually stops when you step into the end zone. So by getting into the end zone with about half a second left in the game, they're able to secure those 2 points.
Half a second left in the game, able to secure those 2 points with that elimination because they forced the touchdown into the hill. Now you see, again, Force trying to back up. I believe that is Tidy getting the flag once again. They're going to back that out. Nobody with any of the power weapons just yet.
So if I had to speak to Hive's keys to success right here, which often I do, we're looking at a team, I want to see them give up less map control like you've seen so far in this round. They get the flag, and last time they pulled all the way back to their spawn and did almost a turtle setup. We're seeing them now hold 50% of the map and, you know, give up less ground for free, and that's earned them a kill, and they're in a good place right now to sort of hold the middle of this map.
And Hive has the life lead here. They do not have the torque bow. Jippery going for a torque kill there. Won't pick that one up. So Jip putting in some work so far this map. We saw that early round win against Noe. Now he's got the torque bow in his hands. He's going for an angle here on Tidy. Doesn't get it to go. Trying to get the angles. Nothing yet. And if you're Jip, he's throwing a lot of bolts, not getting anything to go. There's another pick. So it looks like Hive could possibly fire across the map. I'm going to go ahead and get on board with Tidy, because he's going to be backing up the 2 members of Hive in front of him. I believe that is Demise and Force, and Tidy dodges one last bolt. There's another kill, and followed up but by the 4th. It is up to Abysmal in a 2v1, and he will go down, and he will be pistoled out prior to the elimination. And if I'm Hive, if you're going to come back like this, you got to go ahead and get in the minds of Tiki Gaming. Get that last person down and give him that brand new Batista bomb execution. I'm calling it. I want to see another Batista bomb out of either team. I don't give a damn which one it is at this point, CT.
I think you could very well see it. I mean, knowing the players on Hive, knowing their performance and their reputation, there's absolutely no way that they're respecting the members of Tiki Gaming, whether or not they're down 6-0 or down 13-0. There's just no respect given, no respect earned. I'm going to see them playing aggressively as they always will. And at this point, it's just whoever hits shots and whoever can control this chaos best is going to come out on top.
Back-to-back down on the side of Hive. Both get revived, so it looks like Hive will come away once again with the flag. They'll be able to back up. Nobody with the power weapon again. Here comes the smokes. It looks like Tiki Gaming is going to move in for that torque bow, and they will pick it up in the hands of Elementals. Will he get out with it and his life? Hefe gets the down on Poetic and the kill cleaned up by Tidy. Now Tidy trying to push Abysmal. Won't get the kill just yet. He'll go down to be meat shielded out. Torque bow shot, but he runs straight into the lasers. Huge misplay by Elementals to give up a free kill, and now it springs Hive into action and into life, and Noe has the flag on his back, and it is a 4v1. Abysmal, last alive again.
I mean, obviously, if you're, again, oh my goodness! DJ Force does not care where you are on the map. He's coming for your noggin with that, throwing lead around his teeth. They got to be feeling good after that. They're probably shaking off a little early rust, you know, 2 quick rounds, solid sets of kills, and with a reaction shot like that, their spirits are probably pretty high. I see them coming out again. But what we've seen, the difference between the first 3 round losses and then 2 round wins, is them setting the pace. By quick picking the flag, excuse me, they're able to set the pace of the match and really control where they want to go.
Again with the flag, Hefe getting the torque, Tidy getting the frags. Tiki Gaming has given up everything. Force there with a headshot. Tidy getting the frag kill. 3 members left of Tiki to fight off the onslaught of Hive. That's the first answer, but there's a double down. Nades come in to get the down, and there's a kill by Tidy, and it will be left up to Jippery McLeod, who catches the bolt, and he is taken out. And we have a tie ball game in this one. And now that we move into round number 7, ladies and gentlemen, we will have those weapons rotate. We'll see the drop shot, the talons, the enforcers, and shot grenades up top as the new set of weaponry. And CT, I hate to say it, I absolutely love people that can use that enforcer to perfection. Because if you get within 15, 20 feet of somebody, you can throw out more bullets than a cat's hiccup in a few seconds. You know what I'm saying, baby? I mean, it is just unbelievable how fast that thing can fire.
It has the second fastest RPM in the game behind the Mulcher itself. That gun is absolutely ridiculous, and the perfect answer to someone like Hive who wants to fly at you with Nashers.
There's the down and the out. Look at Hive wolfpacking there in the middle, helping clean up that kill. They're going to get that drop shot. Here comes Free Fire now, and Tidy won't get anyone with that, but they've only got a 3 versus 4 to deal with, and Jip goes down. Will he be taken out? Yes, indeedy. He says, no way, no how are we not going to let somebody come and revive you. And you see now Hive stacking up on the right side. Abysmal, Elementals, they have to figure out where that drop shot is, because that's the biggest threat to their livelihood. No, he pushes up and Elementals makes quick work of him. So you've given up 1 life, and I think you got to wait for Demise to rotate in now with that drop shot.
Oh, that was such a smart play from Hive.
Front right. Can they get a kill here though? The shock might push him off. They're not going to be able to get this with the drop. They'll get 1, but there you go. Elementals is getting the flag, and he's going to take off toward the touchdown, the end zone area of Hive. And you see Hive in hot pursuit. Hefe waiting, and behind him Demise. There's the melee. 1 more melee, he could go down, but instead it's just a couple of pistol shots, and Hefe cleans him up for the round elimination win. 4 straight rounds in favor of Hive.
Hive will get those 2 points, but I'm honestly shaking my head at Noe's lack of discipline. Hive had a fantastic play setup. They quick picked the drop shot. Tidy actually dropped it and gave it to Demise without Tiki Gaming knowing, and then Demise rotated through the top so he'd be able to see every single player of Tiki at once having a free pick of which kill he wants to get. Noe just got a little impatient, flew up Ego Child with a shotgun, and no, he died, and that severely slowed the round down for Hive.
Looks like they're going to push here. Tiki Gaming flooding onto the side of Hive, trying to get that down on Tidy. They're going to try to clean it up. Hefe, the only bodyguard, playing Kevin Costner to Tidy. He gets taken down and out. Now Abysmal rushing for the end zone. He will be in the end zone. Drop shot in, doesn't get it to go. So now they have to play defense. Force first one back, and another drop shot should be coming in. Will it get the kills? It will get the downs, and it is up to Elementals to pick up the flag and try to convert this touchdown. He goes down. Hive cleans up, and they win their 5th round in a row, getting their 10th point on the board. And my God, the skin of their teeth, Hive come away with that, because great song and dance in that end zone by Elementals to stay alive as long as he did with the flag on his back.
I really like that heads-up play by Tiki Gaming. Getting those kills up top, getting that flag control, there's nothing stopping them from running over and getting into that hill. They only needed like 2 to 3 more seconds, and if Hive hadn't quickly recognized what was going down and able to get that drop shot kill, that round goes to Tiki Gaming.
Round goes to Tiki Gaming if they had just made 1 different decision, but the drop shot in and gets a double, trades out though, gives up 1 member of his own team to get 2 of Tiki. Jippery is going to be the last alive before his team in a few moments here, trying to clean up Noe. Will finally get that kill, and it is a 2v1 clutch factor possibility for Jippery. He runs right into Tidy though, and Tidy with the flag on his back says, I don't really want to give this up. Let me get some teammate help. Let me make sure that nobody can come up, get this easy kill. And now Jip will back up toward the end zone, trying to prevent the easy touchdown for Hive. Here comes Hefe on the heels of Tidy. Tidy waits patiently, possibly waiting, and Jip says, here comes an up A, and Tidy says, or I'll just shoot you before you hit the cover. That's fine too. I can go ahead and finish this one up.
So if we look at, what changed? What allowed Hive to go back and win 6 straight rounds after losing the first 3 again? I spoke to it earlier, and we're seeing it time after time again. Hive is playing fast, aggressive, and quick picking the flag, letting them control the tempo. And honestly think, when they control the fight, and they get to choose which shotguns are shooting when, Hive's going to come out on top.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I think Hive, just like you were driving a manual transmission, Hive, I think, grinded the gears. They hit the clutch just a little too early there in the early rounds. They ended up grinding the gears. They stalled out. But as soon as they found their pacing, as soon as they found that when they could pump the brake, when to hit the clutch, and they have just pressed on at a speed barely known to anybody except for Hive, it is a possible round win, and it is converted thanks to the touchdown of Tidy, and we have 14-6, map number 1 in the books. My God, I told you the speed at which Hive can play when they hit the accelerator is light speed, but you cannot tell me that you blinked and missed that one, because if you had even shut your eyes for a nanosecond, you were going to miss that touchdown. Hive take map number 1, and we will move to Pahanu, CT. So bigger map, still the same speed. What are you seeing now?
Oh, and I just gotta say, before we go into Pahanu, I absolutely love Gridiron. I was watching the fight, processing all the information, and because I was watching the down low fight, the round ended and I didn't even know it because TJ is able to sneak away with that flag. There's so many things to keep track of with Gridiron, and it makes for some crazy gameplay. I'm absolutely in love with it. But when we go to Pahanu, it's gonna slow down a little bit.
Looks like your job might get a little more complicated. You got a little more information you got to process on a faster level, but who knows how complicated it could get, because we are still just barely scratching the surface of Gridiron. Again, we've touched on it. Pahanu, big map, a lot of cover. Want to give us any insights what you saw in that first matchup and how that might play out here again in our second matchup between Hive and Tiki?
We have just seen the previous matchup. Again, identical maps. When you come to Pahanu, it's whatever team I feel like is going to control the explosive weapons on the map are going to have a lot of success. I'd originally thought being able to control the middle of the map, having those Lancer angles, and being able to use the Boltok that spawns there throughout the middle would have a lot of success, but we didn't really see that. Now, I'm not sure if that's an execution error on the side of CG, who opted to play for map control, or because Stumi Boys were just that good at wolfpacking. But we'll get a second look and start to try and figure out over the next couple times that we see Pahanu as the map in Gridiron, what strategies, work the best. Is map control actually relevant when you have a win condition on the back of your teammate? That's a question we haven't had answered yet.
I think we've only seen one round go that distance with the 1 point awarded. I believe we've only seen it once, and it was in the first map of our first matchup. Both teams have to take their positioning here, get the correct spawns together, and CT, I know you're going to probably say it. We might not get the people at home to see it, but it looks like yet again, Tidy getting the nod to go front spawn if you take a look at the lobby. So Tidy did a great job in that first map, in my opinion. He got a lot of great quick picks on the flag, got out. There was only one time that they were chased and taken down. Do you see a lot of the same happening here? Do you think because of the size of the map, it's going to be a little bit harder, especially with all those crossing lanes?
I could see a lot of it being similar. I mean, if you look at Tidy, right, obviously he pointed the spear, but when he's going for an objective and then playing his life, it actually makes sense to put him as the front spawn, because then when you give him the flag, he's then going to fall back and protect it. And what does that leave? Your second and third spawns on the front line. And when you look at the likes of Demise and Noe playing the first wave of defense against anything Tiki wants to do, that's exactly where you want to be.
Especially because, like you said, if he rolls back, plays his life, that almost puts him back in that home hill position that he likes to play on certain other maps where he plays a lot of 1v1s. He's playing that anchor to get that cross in. But we're going to see how it plays out on Pahanu, the brand new map developed by the Coalition. It's beautiful, got a lot of historical markers on it. This is the South Islanders' home, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not familiar with the lore of the series, the South Islanders, people like Lonnie from Gears 5, like Ty Caliso from Gears 2. The South Islanders, they can be mean, they can be tatted up, but they can definitely survive one way or the other. And we're going to find out who will survive and thrive in map number 2 between Tiki and Hive. And early on, I'm going to go ahead with a prediction that I think Hive is going to bring us out of the lobby because somebody might have been in the wrong spawn or somebody might not be here just yet. So they're going to bring it right back to our ugly mugs to talk just a little bit more. Unsure exactly why that is.
We saw a lot of things going down with Nasher fights and wolfpacking on the side of Stummy Boys early on. What was that call out that you'd use? Was like rib cage or something?
Rib cage so one side of the map is actually an opened up like beast, basically like a rift worm. You can't really see the ends of it. I don't think. I haven't been able to explore the map as much as I want. But anyway, it's a giant rib cage. And it's just like I call it ribs when I played, but it was really funny to be playing with a guy whose gamer tag is ribs and to be calling out ribs. It was a little awkward for me.
Absolute confusion. But that's something else that a lot of teams, might not necessarily take into consideration. You look at a map like Pahanu, there's so many things going on, a new game mode dropping from Gridiron, all sorts of adjustments to the actual gameplay. We forget there's a new map. We need new callouts. And on a map this big with so many different covers and angles, this might be one of the most difficult maps to call out for.
So, like, you got the rib cage on one side. On the opposite side, I actually just used the word that they put there on the opposite side of the map. You see, it's got volcano. I actually end up calling that altar, where instead of the middle of the map where they've got that middle box, I call that box. Opposite side, you've got those great covers to work with. that beautiful backside. I call that the altar. Over on the volcano side, that's my rib cage side. People will get to see this map get played a lot more. Hopefully, we're going to have to back it out yet again, though, because it looks like we have a game crash on the side of Tiki. So we're going to end up backing it out once again. You see Tidy hit them with the frowny face. But I cannot stress enough to all those at home how excited I am for this. But something else that gets my blood pumping is a guy like MLG Great, one of the greatest we've ever known, one of the best community members of all time, hit us with a donation from his personal wallet. Didn't just go into Matcherino and get some follows and some retweets to help promote this prize pool for free. But he went in out of his own wallet, helped pump up the prize pool for Gears Community Series. He's one of the best. He's one of my, thankfully, getting to say good friends nowadays. I love to get to see him at events and chop things up. CT, I know you probably got to spend a lot of time with him down in Mexico because it looked like y'all got some pictures in with, I think we're going to call it the CC from now on, the coaches crew.
Something like that. I got a couple photos in with Fatal Strike, Coach Demise, Coach Great, and myself. Great people to hang out with. But I hope Great knows that money when Hive wins doesn't go to me. So maybe it was ill placed. I'm not sure.
But
I'll
hit you with PayPal. Is that what you're saying?
I'll send him a DM later. He might have gotten some things confused. But we'll let him know. However, Tiki Gaming might have something to say and wants to put a dent in my own personal wallet or lack thereof.
Because Deluxe is playing second spawn right now for Tiki. Our Gears community producer, the voice of God in my ears, ladies and gentlemen, lets me know when to give shout outs, when to send it to commercials. He's actually playing second spawn for Tiki, which makes their lives harder because if anybody's going to get killed by Noe in 0.01 of a second, it is Deluxe. He's as old as dirt. His thumbs don't work quite as fast as they did about 400 years ago when he was still able to play. But I think they're going to catch this pretty soon. Look at that 58 ping, though. Playing on that West Coast server compared to that 1 ping of Force there in the middle, playing basically on land. That's not going to feel but so great, does it?
I got to see elementals in that spectator spot. I need some grand and convincing call-outs from that spectator slot. That is a dream come true for anyone having conversations with their roster.
I'm lucky I didn't get to get off what I was typing. I was trying so hard to get it off before we backed out of the game. I was about to just start shouting, how you gonna let Deluxe try to play on your team, man? How you gonna let that work out? They're gonna come back to us for a third time. I apologize to each and every one of you at home trying to catch this map number 2 of Hive and Tiki. Hopefully we can get it right the 4th time. When we launch into this one, we just got to get Deluxe the hell out of the second spawn. We know he can't play as is. Like, he's got to come to spectator.
We know he's a 4 spawn player. That was a mistake on our end. That was our bad.
He's a bench player. I mean, he should be riding the pine. There's no way how you should ever have Deluxe anywhere by your starting roster. There's not a single spot on the map for him. I'm just gonna say it. There's not a single spot. Deluxe is our new fifth.
Here we go. 5.
The countdown is hit 0-0. Threat.
Oh my word. I think we need to call Child Protective Services at this point in time. I got some angry words in my ears.
That was an angry father. That's what that was. He should have told us he was disappointed in us. That's what he should have done.
That would have hit. That would have hit home.
That would have cut. That was the voice of God, ladies and gentlemen. Deluxe Haas, the producer every week of Gears Community Series. You got a big shout out to him on Twitter. Big shout outs to him everywhere because he does it all. He's a one-man show. Not Moy, I appreciate you so much. You are the best for joining us here at the Gears Community Series for a beautiful night of Gears of War on Gridiron. But let's get right into the action. I'm going to start on Tidy using that brand spanking new Augustus Cold Train running on a whole grain skin. Smokes out. Elemental's looking like he's going to jump in, try to get that flag first. Pistol shots in. There's the kill by Noe. Noe has pressed the advantage here. The kills come out. No, he should just run for that hill. He's got a 5v3 already. He's going to go for the end zone. He's going to run it in. He could go all the way. And with 1 second to go, touchdown early in this one by Hive. 2 points already on the board. I don't think Noe hit the brakes at all. I don't think he stopped. I'm pretty sure he just kept moving.
With 2 kills to his name, a touchdown and a denial, I'm pretty sure Noe hit every single up A on the way to their touchdown home end zone and just happened to pull the right trigger once or twice along the way.
He was just checking corners that way, right? He was just checking corners with those up A's, making sure that nobody was hiding around him, trying to wait for that easy kill. Marks is being picked up by just Hive. There it is by Abysmal late, but Tidy's going to get the pickup and the frags, leaving Elemental's going to 1v1 on the back pillar now against Noe, but Hefe getting the headshot, evening things up for now. Another kill, though, coming out for Hive. Excuse me, another kill coming out for Tiki, leaving Hive in a 4v3 situation. And looks like Tiki's going to rotate their numbers to the altar side of the map. I call this the altar. There's a kill by Jippery. Get Jip, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Jip there with a headshot.
Right, Hive's in a bad place right now. Obviously having the flag, but in a 2v4, looking at the likes of, Marska, Porkbow, there's not a lot you can do. And if you're Hive and you want to look maybe into the end game, perhaps rather than just emoting like Tidy decided to do, conceding the round, maybe think about trying to rotate quickly, play your life, be annoying. However, I think something went wrong in the initial for Hive. They're able to give this up, probably make some quick adjustments. We actually haven't seen the numbers of these two teams matched off initial. If we watch the overhead of where these teams are going off rip in regards to the flag, I think it'll be really telling as to how these gunfights are going to come down.
I think we actually saw that a lot in match number 1 as well tonight, where the initials weren't really evened out on either side. You never had a 3v3, 2v2 perfect split. But right here, we've got a 4v4 at the flag. This is the same side as the Torquebo. Noe tries to roll in. He does get away with that kill. Vibey's missing a lot of shots. And not yet getting the kills. So down 2 members already. Down 3 members, all up to Poetic. Number 9 on your screens. Number 1 on the feed. Can he get that down on Hefe? He will get the down, but it looks like Hive may possibly just go for the touchdown. They're not going to go for the elimination, and with 1 second to go, throw your hands high like Ed Hockley. Touchdown, Hive, taking the 4-2 point lead in this one.
I mean, Vibey's looked a little bit frazzled there. He's throwing in some shots for his teammate, but, playing aggressively and playing up front, you've got to hit that. Noe had his back turned and misrolled, and he missed, almost 2 free chunks on the same person. Maybe a little bit shaky, maybe a little roughened up by, at this point, what looks to be a map 2 that, is following a very, very difficult loss on map 1.
See with the numbers again, we kept saying we didn't get an even split, and it looks like, yes indeedy, the numbers for Tiki went to the flag, the numbers for Hive went toward the Torquebo. So Hive not yet with the Torquebo, there it is, picked up by Demise. Noe's in a 1v1, there's the down and out for him. It looks like they're going to have to go for the kill here because it looks like Elemental is going to try to get himself a touchdown. No death to down yet, there's the melee, the shot on and the down. Noe, huge double kill to his name to reclaim the flag and possibly the fame. Can Hive push across and win a 2v2 or get a touchdown?
Noe and Jeff are putting in work having that Torquebo with the flag on the back of Noe, but I can't stress enough how clutch that double kill is from Noe. If he dies right there, no one on Hive is in position to, stop that touchdown from happening. Although he's going to drop to the shots from Poetic. Jeff looking for a little no-no strafe here, just trying to pick it up.
That looks beautiful. A little caterpillar, a little wiggle worm there. Now it leaves him and Jip in a 1v1. Jippery hot-tailing it out of there, though. He's going to run as hard as he can across the map, go for this end zone, try to get these 2 points. Hefe's going to have to take a straight line to the opposite side of the map and try to get a touchdown. No strafe, worked out for the first life. There's the pistol shots by Jeff. Good Lord, Jip finally gets the kill. I didn't know who the hell I was talking about. My God, that threw me for a loop that he came away with those 2 kills. I'm going to take the headset off. I'm going to go ahead and just take it back out of this one. I'm going to back out of this one, CT. You take it over, baby. Take it over. I'm going to back out.
Sweat. So when we look at what just happened at the end there, we got Jeff trading out with Jip luckily just winning by pure milliseconds in that round will go to the side of Hive. I wanted to see Jeff, not stressed. I want to remind everyone at home that it takes 5 seconds to capture a hill with the flag in the end zone, right? Not to capture a hill, excuse me, with the flag in the end zone to score. That's more time than you think in Gears of War, especially when you have a Marska in your hand. So I want to see him use that, sort of soften him up and not stress too much.
I told you I was backing out, baby. You better keep talking.
I got it. We're looking at Poetic right here, facing a 1v3. He's going to drop. Jip is the only hope of Tiki Gaming. Must get a pick with that torque bow. Will not. No, he's hunting him down, making him miss the easy torque bow shot. No, he's in his element right now. We've seen him strafing in 1v2s, picking up clutch kills on his home. Not going to see a Batista bomb from him, but I love that headshot sound in Gears of War. Go for it down here. Let's just see some action, Noe. Show him what you got. Here we go. Oh, he had the pistol out. I thought he was going to do it.
Somebody, look, look. Tell your boys I will PayPal them $5 if they Batista bomb somebody to end the round. Get in the group chat. I know damn well you got a group chat pulled up. I will PayPal the first person an Abraham Lincoln. I will give him the 5. I'll put 5 on it, baby. I want to see the Batista bomb again.
I'm sending out the bat signal.
Sending out the bat signal, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go on board this time with Abysmal. First to the fight for his team, Tiki. It looks like they're going to fight over this flag. Smokes in. Those smokes are simply just clouding your vision here in Gears 5. There is no stun effect to them. Tidy going down. There's the kill by Abysmal. They're going to pick up 1. On the opposite side, you see a 1v1 going down between Noe and Jippery, and Noe does not get the kill here, and here comes the reinforcements out. They're going to get the down on Noe. It's going to leave Hive in a 3v4, but without a doubt, Tiki should have the lead in this with both the lives. I think the torque bow in the hands of Vibes. They do have the torque bow. They do have the lives. They may go for the touchdown. They may go for the end zone. That is all up to Demise and Force. Demise with the torque bow, or the marks in his hand, getting some shots on. Force with the other marks. So both teammates with the marks in hand. Demise last alive for his team. He's gonna have to make something happen. He's gonna be in a pure 4v1. He's gonna have to clutch up big. Instead, he pulls the pin and takes himself out. CT didn't go, but so good in that round. The early pick for Tiki was the deciding factor, if you ask me. That early pick put them in the 5v4, allowed them to continue to push their advantage. But, ladies and gentlemen, we go now to a drop shot on the map. That torque bow wiped away. Now it's a drop shot. So is that more important in your opinion? How do you view that drop shot in comparison?
In my eyes, on a map that's this big and this flat, right? There's no place to hide. That drop shot will go over top of any cover you can sit on. The drop shot should allocate a lot of resources per team. However, if that fight doesn't go down quickly, you can see a quick pick and Hive going back to their roots, just like we saw in map 1. Slowing it down, or not slowing it down, excuse me, but being able to control the pace of the game. No, he's sort of running for his life. Maybe try to slip past enemy lines. It's not going to happen. Pistols from Abysmal and Elementals pick up an easy flag and land themselves in a 5v1. Tidy looking in the face of a Marska, multiple drop shots, and a whole lot of Tiki Gaming.
This is one of my favorite things that I've gotten to see all week long. I absolutely adore the fact that I don't care what anybody says. You know, if people can talk all the smack they want. To me, when you've got that final member alive and you know you got a 4v1, here in Gears 5, you don't give them the chance to clutch. You know that they're probably hiding, trying to wait and get somebody with an Asher. Go ahead, get your Lancers out, put a crossfire on somebody, rain hell upon them, and making sure that they understand they are not coming away with the clutch factor. They're not coming away with even a single kill. I absolutely adore watching teams use pure teamwork, call-outs, and that crossfire to get that final kill and take that clutch factor away. Elementals shots on him and Noe in the fight. Noe, though, getting that quick wraparound shot and the down. There's another kill for Tidy. 5E's finally answering against Tidy. Abysmal all the way back here in the cubby. We'll have to fight Noe, and Noe just wipes him away. Now Vibes going to have to fight a 4v1 because his teammate was down, and now he's down. Who's going to be going for this Batista bomb? Who's going for it? Is it Noe?
Yeah!
Oh!
Oh, yes!
It doesn't count!
DJ stole it!
He didn't let him get it off. Look at Force ruining the fun. Lifted him up, and instead of letting him just complete the Batista bomb, Noe Force hits Noe with the force of his Nashers, separating his head from his body.
There are some angry young gentlemen in a chat right now. Each of them wants that $5. He just said, no. Let me have something to say about that.
I gotta look. Sometimes when five's on the line, baby, you gotta put it all on the line as well. Okay, five is sometimes in hard times, in quarantine times, it's a whole hell of a lot. You know what I'm saying, baby?
I mean, if you look at players like Noe, though, 13 eliminations, only 6 deaths. You think he's earned that 5 yet? I don't know. This is a good performance so far, and it's been the key to his team's success. However, he throws a nade right back at TJ. Noe's having none of it. He's nading out his own teammates, saying, you get no chance to Batista bomb this next player. I love this from Hive. They are just having a time, man.
Hive is having some fun. They're having some fun. And Hefe with the drop shot in hand, looking like he might go for a quick pick. Won't get it to go. Still playing some defense. There's the headshot by Abysmal, leaving leaving Noe and Demise in this one all by themselves. You see the crossfire coming out, really putting Hive on their back foot. Noe's all by himself. Tries to slide up and get the kill there on Jip. Demise now all by himself. Touchdown comes through for Elementals. So another 2 points on the board, and this one a lot closer than the last one. 10-8, ladies and gentlemen. Hive down to just 3 points. On the opposite side, you've got 5 to go if you're Tiki Gaming.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, this map sort of seems to put these teams on equal ground. I mean, Tiki has had some great communication. The way I know that is how patient they're playing. They're rotating numbers, and they're fighting together. I have not seen a lot of isolated fights so far. And, you know, huge props to Tiki. It's hard to stay composed when you have players like Noe flying, getting up all in your face. And I think, you know, having such a close scoreline is what they have to show for it.
There you go. Noe getting that early flag pick. Tidy picking up the frag, so they're going to be able to get out with the flag and the frags, but Jip will get the drop shot in his hands. So I'm going to go on board with Jippery McLeod, see if he can get a kill here. But Tidy picking up the first kill of the round, 5v4 in favor of Hive.
Yeah, without a doubt. They're just setting up, protecting their home hill. Right now, they're just trying to bait out those drop shots. He misses.
Drop bounces on the ground. He didn't get it to plant. He just put it on the ground. Now Jip is left in a hard situation. Noe's going to get the kill. Now they've got a 4v1. There's the down. Who's going to go for it? Nobody. They get the meat shield. Hefe just cleans up the kill. Says, no. Let's get these 2 points down to 1. If they really want to troll right here, they're up by 4. I think they ought to just go for the flag pick and then play full defense. Just sit back for the last minute, 50 seconds of the round, and just get the 1 point to win it. Because as you see in the indicator up top of the screen, Tiki must score 2 points, meaning they must get a touchdown or a team elimination to stay in this one. If they only get 1, that will be the game.
Now, I want to stress how important that was for Hive to win. I mean, Hive was in a 3v5, whereas Tiki, you know, sort of choked that round away. Had they won it, equalizing this second map, I mean, they're 1 round away from losing the entire series. That's sort of a choke if you look at the side of Tiki Gaming.
There's a kill by Abysmal with the drop. And now Abysmal with the flag and the drop, almost getting called out by Noe. Noe going for those Boltox. Gets 2 shots in, a down there, but immediately one member of a Tiki is in position to get that revive. So still in a 5v3. Noe having to figure out where his teammates are. They're setting up to play some defense here. Tiki looking to try to get this round in their favor. Abysmal getting the kill there on Demise. So it is all up to Tidy and Noe in this one. Tidy calls out the flag carrier. Noe's going to pick up the first kill for Hive. Goes for the reaction shot there, but him and Tidy both getting wrapped up and wiped off the map. And we go to round 12, ladies and gentlemen, in our 4th quarter. Can Tiki come away with 2 points and tie this bad boy up? Or will Hive win it by either holding on to the flag or simply preventing the 2-point victory by Tiki?
I mean, it's quite possible. I mean, I looked at Tiki Gaming. Kill Noe if you can, please, for the love of God. The man has 16 eliminations. The second place member of Hive Gaming only has 9 eliminations. Noe has a team on his back right now. You shut him down. You put yourself in a really good position to even the second map up.
They gave up the drop shot again, so it looks like Hive is going for a defensive stand here because they've gotten the flag and they're backing the flag all the way up to their spawn, like literally as far back as you can go, all the way to the bridge. Noe is going to hide. Hefe trading out downs over there, who will get picked up if either team can get their revive. They will get the kill on Hefe. Demise picking up a down on Vibes now, and Vibes is a 4v4. I didn't see it, so he's just gonna have to record it and send it to me. But I see him; he's not moving at all. So Force is gonna have to let a brother know, because I didn't catch it. So I sure hope you're.
I got it.
Thank God. I will trust you, my friend. 4v4. This is the final round, come hell or high water in this one for Hive if they get any points on the board. But it looks like Tiki's going to have to push full force. They're going to have to full send at somebody in this 4v4. Noe has taken himself effectively out of the fight. He's all the way back in the spawn with just his Lancer out. You see Tiki, it looks like they're going to wrap the far right side of this, and it looks like Noe's going to have to just get that call out and say, all right, I got to get the hell out of here, and just go as hard as he can toward the left side of the map. But with 30 seconds to go, they are looking for Noe as hard as they can. Abysmal has to check behind him, but he might not even see Noe back there. He doesn't see Noe. Noe's going to be able to sneak up on Abysmal if he wants, but he's not going to come out. He's going to play this absolutely safe and sneaky and get the flag point capture and the win, because with 5 seconds to go and them playing that far out, it's all said and done, ladies and gentlemen. Hive take map number 2. They win this one 13-10, and in 2-0 victory, Hive will move on to our grand finals of the night.
I don't think I haven't seen that, surely not. In this series of matches we watched in Gridiron so far, that's a strategy hasn't really been employed, has it? Have we seen a team hide for that 1 point? I haven't.
I have not seen a team play full defense for the 1 point, especially, and I think a lot of it that's lent to itself on that map is simply the size of the map. I think with Pahanu being as big as it is, allowed itself to be able to use that strategy. But ladies and gentlemen, I gotta give a big shout out to both Hive and Noe for coming away with that 1 point, the round and the matchup win. But I've also got to give a huge shout out to Matcherino, our sponsor for the tournament, putting on for us a way to build up our own prize pool. Go to Matcherino, make sure you follow, retweet, and like some of the tweets they put out there and help build up the prize pool for some of your favorite Gears players. But for now, we're going to take a quick break and come back with our grand finals. Hope to see you there.
Just do it! Do it! Just do it! Do it!
Yeah, I'm about my tongue. Looks like only I could get you done. And I need to get my life back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. I'm about my tongue. Looks like only I could get you done. And I need to get my life back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. Wait until the fall comes. I got tracks on deck, so I put these girls back on red. Yeah. Bombshell at my crib, right when it's all done. I wish that she left. Been thinking with my dick too much. These critics give me lip too much. Yeah. So I punch holes in the wall until my fist bleeds. See my finger on the trigger like would they miss me? I'm about my tongue. to get my light back to the sun. God, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry when I run. I'ma bite my tongue. Looks like only I can get shit done, and I need to get my light back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. I can't help on this way. God with me, help me cope with the pain. Yeah. Been a few months since I prayed. Church down the road, but I'm fucking sleeping again. Wake me up, I'm feeling lazy as shit. Ain't heard a church boy talk as crazy as this. You ain't never heard something this blunt from my lips. I just stopped caring what they would say about me, so here I am. I'ma bite my tongue. Looks like only I can get shit done, and I need to get my light back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. I'ma bite my tongue. Looks like only I can get shit done, and I need to get my light back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. Yeah. I won't bite my tongue no more. 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 And everything I'm saying be real. Everything I'm saying is changing lives. If you're feeling like me, just know that you're not alone. You're not alone. I'ma bite my tongue. Looks like only I can get shit done, and I need to get my light back to the sun. God, I'm so sorry when I run. Yeah. I'ma bite my tongue. Looks like only I can get shit done, and I need to get my light back to the sun.
Believe my counterpart has his mic currently muted. Amateur season here. I guess the veteran will have to take over. Here we are going to grand finals. Colin, I'm personally very, very excited to see a matchup of what we've seen, the two greatest slaying powers so far in this tournament, Hive and Stumi Boys.
You know, I'm very excited to see if Force knows that I'm a man of my word, okay? Because I'm a man of my word. I have my mic muted because I was typing a lot. I didn't want you to have to hear the clickety-clack, clickety-clack, click-click-clack of me trying to get that done so quickly in between matches, because he did get that Bautista bomb for us in our second semifinal of the night. But we come in to our maps, and I believe we're going to start off where we left off. We're going to get to see Pahanu first and foremost in this grand final. So CT, after that last setup, do you think we're going to see anything different in Pahanu? And what do you think of our second two maps, Asylum and Training Grounds?
On the side of Pahanu, I think Hive is yet to find a match where there's forced to change them, to change how they play, right? Hive is winning all the national fights that they want. And I think if there's one team in this tournament who can maybe slow down their process or make them rethink how they want to play, it's going to be Stumi Boys. But I expect to see, you know, relatively similar gameplay. We've seen both these teams play this identical map already. It's just time to see how these teams are going to match up. However, with our second map of Asylum, I have yet to see this game mode played on Asylum. I'm personally very, very excited. I believe there's a sniper down on the map as well. I want to see some heads fall off.
So you've already gotten to see a reaction bull talk from, I think it was Force in map 1. We got to see Batista bomb from Force in map 2. Noe with the bull talk highlight reel of his own in map number 2. And we're going to go to Pahanu, where we also got to see what I believe was damn near a clean sweep. I think they only gave up, 4 points in the first matchup tonight with Stumi Boys. They only gave up 4 in Pahanu.
Yep.
So they played that map to damn near perfection. On the side of Hive, though, they gave up a bunch of points. I think they gave up 10 in total. They gave up a great comeback by Tiki Gaming, but I'm not sure if that was just them maybe playing around, going for that 5 on it by that Batista bomb, because I think they are about to turn things up. They're going to turn the heat on in this grand finals and get this thing over with quick and easy.
I will tell you one thing. It did not look like a Hive that was playing around. You have Noe hiding in the back of his own spawn to try and get the win. That doesn't seem like playing around from Hive. You know, Tiki Gaming, my first impression of them, they came out, they played very well, very, very disciplined, which is something that I didn't expect from an amateur team. But, you know, they turned out very well. And overall, great shout out to them. And they made Hive put in work for that win. 14-10 is not a very, very large difference in score.
Definitely not a very large difference. Tiki Gaming doing their best to show up and show out on the Gears Community Series. And ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the best things about this Gears Community Series. If you sign up, you have a chance to show up and show out on stream for everybody at home to see, to have my ugly mug and my terrible voice to speak over some of your gameplay, and to possibly have that beautiful face across from me talk about how you get it done on the side of CT. We're going to jump right into the game. One last big shout out before we jump into the game. I'm going to go ahead and say Deluxe week in and week out puts on a magnificent show for everybody at home and allows us to be a part of the community series. So big shout out to Deluxe Haas. Follow him on Twitter. Make sure you follow the Gears Community Series on Twitter as well, and that you stay up to date with all things this tournament. But CT, take us into Pahanu for the third and final time tonight.
For the third and final time tonight, we are seeing Hive play incredibly quickly to get center control of this map, sort of a mismatch. We saw Stumi Boys play for that torque bow, favoring the power weapon over map control, but Hive taking advantage of their numbers, taking advantage of that middle map control for a blazing fast elimination round. I don't know how many seconds that was, but that was certainly less than 30. Hive making quick work of the first round and, you know, taking advantage of sort of the mismatch. And that's what you want to see with a team. Being able to clearly communicate, hey, here's where the numbers are, here's how we can press our advantage, and that will lead to really, really quick rounds.
We're going to start this second round off. You saw that quick early win by Hive. So I've got to say, we got to stay with them, especially with Force being the tip of the spear now. You see they put Tidy all the way back in that fourth spawn position. So Force being the tip of the spear here on Pahanu. He's going to get the flag pick, won't go for those frags, will back off and play for his life on the opposite side of the map. You did see Stumi Boys get the quick pick there on the torque bow because they had huge numbers advantage. I believe it was a 3v1, and now they've got Tidy down over on the altar side of the map. So it looks like Force is going to go all the way back into the spawn, maybe even play further back if he has not been called out just yet.
Seeing Red sort of rotate with that March, you know, being safe, playing his life, picking up some nades, you know, to protect him if anything gets hairy. But I see him looking for information right now. You know, if you are Stumi Boys, you will lose this round if you do not either eliminate or grab that kill with a denial and take it to your own touchdown zone. But, you know, Demise picking up a quick kill and Tanks misplaying Downing Colds is evened up very quickly and actually went in favor of Hive now in a 4v3.
Hive in the favorable position. They've also taken that torque bow out of the hands of Stumi Boys. So last three members of Stumi Boys won't have the torque bow to play with. And it looks like Force has gotten the call out. Go for the touchdown. Nobody's near you. You might be able to escape with your life. The only person that will have a cross on him is Aches. Aches pushing up. He's almost full red though. Force is already throwing shots to that side of the cover to ensure Aches can't push up, and back to back we go. Touchdown, Force and Hive taking a 4-0 lead early in map number 1. And on the side of Stumi Boys, Relic without a kill just yet, so I think he has to pick it up a little bit here. They want to have a chance to beat Hive in this map number 1.
If you want to just sort of be smart and look at the deaths per team, right? Because we're looking at KAD right now in the elimination section, which is your kills and assists, right? But if we look at the deaths, only 2 people in Hive have died. So in reality, Stumi Boys only has 2 picks in 2 rounds. Things are looking good right now for Hive if they're having their way with the shotgun battles.
There goes the double downs and the out on Force. So Stumi Boys using the Lancers to their fullest effect, getting 3 downs and outs. And out is up to Hefe and Noe. Try to win this one. No, Hefe pushing up on a 1v1, gets taken down, and so will Noe. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen, the kills and the elimination win for Stumi Boys.
I really, really like seeing that from Stumi Boys. Signs of life, getting a team wipe, winning off of elimination, showing Hive, hey, you're not going up 6-0, shutting down any potential for overwhelming momentum.
Sir, did I have the gall to say that Relics didn't have an elimination? Because I'm pretty sure he's got 4 now.
Relics did pick up 4 eliminations in that last round, stepping up in a big way for his team.
Force is going to go for the hop over. Lancer shots in. He's going to hop back out, try to rotate this flag all the way back to his hill, but gets down in the process, going for the possible revive is Force. There's the team revive out, chains out. There's another down on Force. Will Aches be able to pick up a kill here? or perhaps another down, because the first kill came through for Stoomy Boys, and it is an essential 4v5 in favor of Stoomy Boys.
No, he really struggling to pick up that flag. It took him 2 goes and a 3rd go, then going down, dropping it. These players aren't really used to the mechanics of this game yet, and it's sort of showing. But Noe's now going to sort of try and press and do his best, make things difficult, and maybe try and pick up some kills. But caught out in the open and on his last down on a map like Pahanu, it's not happening, Colin.
See, they've rotated all the way back into their spawn. You see the flag carrier on your screen. Hefe in a 4v1 throws the frag out, won't get the kills on either member of Stoomy Boys, and Stoomy Boys now picking up the down. They're going to go for a Batista bomb of their own. Yes, they will. Boom, ladies and gentlemen, goes the dynamite. There's the elimination. So we have a tie-up game in this, 4-4, and in 2 more rounds that torque bow will be replaced by a drop shot. So I think if you are Hive, you got to figure out what's gone wrong here in 2 rounds. You've gone for those quick picks, but you've gotten crossed out and down. So I think the biggest change you can do is just to play their game. See if they go for the quick picks because you're playing back, but I think you need to use that Lancer just a hair more in this.
Someone needs to do something about Relics. That man picked up 7 eliminations in 2 rounds, and with no respawns in the new game mode of Gridiron, that's problematic in putting your team down people, down men, and down resources.
Now on the opposite side of the map, Tanks is going to get taken down. They're going to get the pistol shots in to try to get the kill. Tanks with the torque in his hands. Cold is down though by Noe. There's the kills on Cold and Egg. So 5v3, Tanks with the torque in hand. Going to have to help try to play some defense here at their own end zone to try to stay in this round.
Noe has absolutely no regard for that torque bow in the hand of Tanks, and Tanks says, hey, respect me, I can hit shots with this, and puts Noe in the dirt. Now overlooking, getting a pick on the TJ.
Oh my goodness, what a shot. Robin Hood-like demise though with 1 second left, trying to get that end zone. Touchdown Hive, ladies and gentlemen. Little house party in the end zone there. 3 members of Hive dancing back and forth, just trying to make sure they avoid that possible torque bow pick.
Despite his best efforts and a fantastic set of torque bows from Tanks, Hive, Wolfpack, too much for the likes of Stoomy Boys. Now looking at a 1-point game, rather a 2-point game, a 1-score game, excuse me.
6-4, Hive once again takes that lead, and they will push toward the flag. It's a 4v4 on the opposite side of the map. Demise going to be, or excuse me, Hefe is going to be in a 1v1 with Red Knight on the opposite side of the map. We have a 4v4 over here. 2 kills coming out in favor of Stoomy Boys with only 1. There's 3 dead for Hive. Torquebow in. Torquebow not being downed just yet, so with his best efforts, Tidy couldn't get the kill, and it looks like they will go for the end zone. And this one already over there, Cold sitting in the end zone, frag grenade in, but just too late. Not gonna get it to go. Went back and forth. This one answered yet again by Stoomy Boys. 6-6.
I love what I'm seeing here, Colin. These teams are really starting to learn and figure out what are the different situations that we're going to get into across all these different maps and across all these different play styles. Teams are keeping track of numbers, and when they suddenly happen to have the flag in their possession, they know when it's time to go the distance, all 90 yards, and take it to the house. I'm liking those quick, smart plays.
We see it at the 50-yard line now. That flag just beaconing back and forth, waiting to see who's going to come for the pick. Both teams really, though, setting up for the power weapon. Nobody's setting up for the pick just yet. It looks like Noe went in to try to make sure there was a no quick pick by Stoomy Boys, but now gets caught out in a 2v1. He's going to have to wait for his health to come back. He's going to have to play some defense. Kind of Cold getting the kill there on Force. Demise getting down himself, so 5v3. If they get one more kill here on Hefe, that is going to leave it in a 5v2. Noe and Tidy, the only hopes left, with Noe being full red on his way to the end zone. Now Tidy jumping into that middle cover area. Shots onto Relics. Can he get a shot over the cover to get that kill? Not just yet. Here comes the drop. Trapped like a rat inside that box. And Stoomy Boys with their first lead of the game. 8-6.
Steamy Boys are in a really, really good place. I want to turn your guys' attention to the great differential between the eliminations of both of these rosters, right? If we look at the deaths, yeah, Hive appears to have died, a fair amount of times more, but the amount of eliminations on the side of Steamy Boys is really showing and speaking to their Lancer fire, how their team shotting and covering for each other across the wide and open lanes of this brand new, gorgeous jungle green map, Pahana.
Cross come out again, 4v4 on that side of the map where the flag is, with a 1v1 in the middle of that box, and you see Cold going for the pick. Once he gets it, he backs up onto that cover. Force going for the up A. He won't get the first, but does get the second, and that was going to be down and out. Noe trying to rotate in and get a kill himself. Hive coming out on top so far. There's the kills on tanks. So 3v2, drop shot still alive, but the flag has rotated and hightailed it out of there on the back of Hefe. He's behind Aches. Aches turns around, going for the possible kill on the drop shot player for Hive, and that is Demise. Demise having to play for his life. Hefe, though, getting shot in the back by the snub. This could turn on its head in an instant if somebody can get this down here and get a kill, but it will be a 3v1 with Aches by himself in a clutch situation, trying to fight off Hefe. Can't get that third L trigger to go. Will hop the cover, and that will be all she said and done for this one. Hive tie it back up.
I love the fact that this flag means so much in this game mode, because you saw Jeff normally would come to the aid of a drop shot player, right? Previously in Escalation, the most important player on the map nearly in every situation is the person who has that drop shot, the most powerful weapon in Gears of War 5. However, because Jeff has the flag on his back and he is the win condition, or at least one of the 4 win conditions, he has to suddenly play his life and realize all of a sudden, I'm running for my life. And that turned on its head so quickly.
Here we go. The smokes are out. 3v2 over here. Hive have the numbers advantage. They don't know because of all the smoke grenades being thrown, so numbers were hidden early on. It looks like one member goes down, so now 3v1 over here. If Hive can come away with this kill quickly on tanks, they can take those 3 and make it a 5v2. Because they got a kill there in the middle of the map, so it'll be a 4v2 because finally the first kill for Steamy Boys comes through. You see it is up to Relics and Red 9. Red 9 in a fight with Tidy over there on the tree side in the stump. Gets taken down. Relics trying to come in for the save. Tidy now in another 1v1. Back and forth we go. Relics will finally win that one, but it looks like Hive will go for the touchdown because Relic is in no man's land, and with 3 seconds to go, he has no weapon to be able to stop this, so he will get a highlight reel kill, but it won't mean anything because Demise will ensure the touchdown.
Hive just doing a really, really good job of staying composed, understanding, hey, we don't need a 3v1. We don't even need this kill. Hightail it to their end zone and we get free points, right? No fight needed, no struggle, no stress. If we take a look at the leaderboard, Noe giving Hive the backpack carry with going 12-6 currently, and someone like Tidy currently 3-6. We're like, what? I can't do the math in my head right now. We're, what, 7 rounds deep? 8 rounds deep, and Tidy only has 3 kills. That's not something you'd expect.
It's all right because they've got a 2-point lead. They've got the flag, and they've got it down on the drop shot for now. There's the instant revive. Demise trying to fight off 3 members here of Steamy Boys, but he will be left by himself. Cold is going to get revived. Demise is down, so it looks like they're going to get the kill, and they're going to get the revive. That's huge on the side of Steamy Boys, leaving Force and Noe in a 2v5, but it matters not when you have the flag on the back of Noe, and his backpack was big enough to carry the flag right along with it. And I'm not going to lie to you, CT, I did something you did in our first game of the night. I was so enamored with that 3v3 over by the drop shot that I lost track of that flag, and the touchdown damn near caught me by surprise.
There are so many more win conditions in this game, and with so many win conditions with this game, and with every life and every kill mattering per round, it's so easy to get caught up in all this action. But it's important to remember what matters most, and that's the flag and who's carrying it.
That flag already getting taken down. There's 2 kills on the side of Steamy Boys. 4 kills, all up to Noe. Noe now is going to be in a 1v3. He's going to have to try to clutch up. The flag, though, already taking off for that end zone, and the drop shot comes in from Relics to finish him off 12-10, and it looks like they're going to have to score 2 points just to stay in this game.
Their backs against the wall here in map 1. Stumi Boys showing no fear, going in, fighting Hive, going tooth and nail, inch for inch, coming out on top of that initial and cleaning up the rest of the round. If you look at the eliminations, Cold 17-6, Relics 18-5, but my god, look at Tanks 21-4, putting on an absolute show here on Bahano.
Smoke's coming in. We've got a 3v3 there, that side of the map, 2v2 opposite side of the map, and Force will get the flag. He's away for now. They give up the drop shot, but they gain the flag, and once again, Hive could go for a full defensive stand here. They could hide Force once again and try to just hold on to it forever. No, he's going to get called out. Smoke comes in, Tidy there for the last second save. Beautiful bodyguard work by Tidy. Here comes the drop, gonna take out Tidy. The frag grenade finds nothing for now, and in a 4v5, that flag is hiding all the way in the back corner, trying to make sure nobody can see him, and I can't help but I keep peeking back to see if he's moved at all. I keep trying to see where he's gone, because outside of that, it's 1, 2, and 3 on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Force is out of the fight. Demise and Noe basically have to play defense in this one. They have to make sure nobody can get up on top of him. It's a 5v3. Noe trying to pick one up, but will not get it to go. Now it is up to Demise to try to hold off this wave of emotion and momentum to get this pick. And there it is, the final pick. Will Force get called out? Will Force be found?
I think they know where Force is, but what I want to see Demise do... Oh, he doesn't see him. Force playing Ring Around the Rosie with Red, finally called out, needs to get this kill quickly.
20 seconds. 20 seconds, the tank is in. Now it's a 2v1. One more second, it could be a 3v1. He went for the back A, doesn't get it to go. He goes for the reaction shot and the 2 points in the elimination. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to overtime. Sudden death here on Gridiron. The stakes couldn't be any higher in map number 1. Can Hive answer with 1 single point, or will Stumi Boys finish it off?
When every second matters in a game mode like Gridiron, I want to see Demise either try and play his life better or rotate opposite the map where TJ is. That way when he finally does die, the opposing team of Stumi Boys has to run across the entire map to go try and find TJ. There's so many different strategies coming to light here, Colin, and I could not be happier as a coach and an analyst.
There's the first down of the game. Relic, somebody has to get over to him to try to get the pick because Force has been killed. Tanks has been killed. You got a 4v4. There's the pick. 4v3. Second pick coming out for Hive. So Hive have the numbers. There's it down 2-2. It is up to Red9 and Relics, the 2 massive slayers in this map number 1. And Red9 is down, so it is up to Relics to win a 4v1. Nobody has touched the flag yet. Hefe killing off Noe with the drop shot. Now Hefe 1v1 against Relics. Are they going to run the flag to the end zone? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, they will. Touchdown in 1 second. Throw your hands up. And we have ourselves a map number 1 in the books. 14-12. Hive take map 1.
That came down to the wire, and I cannot stress this enough. The initial fight means almost everything. Getting that man advantage in that 5v3 is so critical. I cannot stress this enough. Getting the man advantage makes this game mode so easy as long as your communication is clear. So I'm looking to teams as we get the single life game mode. Go back to maybe the UE days, the Gears of War 3 days. What are your initial strats? In Escalation, we only saw so many viable strats, right? You either play for the neutral hill, you play for map positioning, the kills you get are important, but not nearly as important as Gridiron. There weren't weapons on the map in all sorts of different places, Colin. I want to see people get really, really creative because it matters. Your initial strategy can vary and it matters.
Somebody that I look up to in this community used to always preach this to me, and that is Fatal Strike. When we used to play Execution on Gears of War UE, he used to say, hey, Colin, look, sometimes when you're in a fight, you got to use your numbers to get numbers, meaning he would call a strat where it would be 4 of us would flood one side of the map. We'd be in a 4v2. We'd have to take those 2 out quickly and easily because we left nobody on the opposite side of the map. We sent every resource available because back in the UA days it was 4 versus 4. Now you could do a 4-1 strat, but nonetheless you'd send all 4 on one side of the map, be in that 4v2, try to get 1 or 2 of those picks early. So you got to use your numbers to get numbers, and then you got to get those numbers and keep those numbers. And that's exactly what Gridiron is coming down to, which is just who can get that ice broken, who can get that first pick, and then use that first kill to start that wave of momentum and take out their opponents. But now we're going to go to a map like Asylum, where now you've got an environmental effect to worry about as well, which is that train that comes, I believe, what did you say last time, 45 seconds?
45 seconds.
45 seconds from the start of the game, and then every 45 seconds after that, even with the in-between round timers. Is that correct?
Yep. It doesn't vary per start of round. It varies since the beginning. So sometimes that train could come across right on the initial if you're unlucky. Sometimes it won't. So you got to keep an eye out for that.
There you go, from our analyst himself telling us to be on the lookout for that train. It could be coming, and it will be coming every 45 seconds from the start of the game. You got that environmental effect to worry about, and you got some different sight lines. I believe there's a sniper on this map. Excuse me, you got a sniper up top. So I almost want to see that E fight on Escalation, that E hill with that snipe. I want to see how that goes down early on, because I'm curious if people, especially with the flag being on the train tracks, if they go for the snipe quick pick to try to get the headshot on whoever's just head downing for the flag. I wonder if that'll work out on somebody trying to get that pick on the flag opposite side of the map on those train tracks.
If the sniper spawns the same as it is in King of the Hill, it will be at that up top, E fight and looking down onto tracks. However, knowing Asylum, there's likely also either a boom or drop shot down on the tracks. And that fight usually does take a while. So whoever wins that up top positioning and gets a hold of that sniper, or at least that lane coverage, is going to play a huge role into angling out the other team and securing, again, a boom shot or a drop shot or another high caliber explosive weapon. Just like you said from the wise words of Fatal Strike, use numbers to get numbers. And I gotta wish that man a very, very happy 33rd birthday. Much love to him.
Man, Myth the Legend, the leader of the Beard Crew, gave me my start in Gears Esports way back when in Season 1 of Gears 4. Put me on a showcase match, so always gotta wish the man, the myth, the legend himself, the leader of the Beard Crew, my homie, Fatal Strike, a big happy birthday. Looks like we've still got one or two members and not in their spawns just yet, waiting for them to just transfer across to make sure that they can get into the correct spawns. And we said last time that Tidy was taking that front spawn, and you were curious why that was the call out. And now we see here on Asylum, Tidy again playing back. Force in this game has taken the front spawn both maps. So is that more in line with what you're used to seeing?
Traditionally, it is what we're used to seeing out of a high roster Force playing that front spawn. However, maybe they were planning on putting Tidy up front. However, he did have a really rough map number 1. It was a close game. Hive barely winning map number 1 at Bahanu, 14-12. Tidy not having more than, if I remember correctly, 6 or 7 kills over the eliminations. So not even dealing damage to 6 or 7 players who died over the course of the entire map. Maybe he's having a little bit of a rough go right now. Says, TJ, you got it. Take care of that front spawn position.
Not many better players on the planet in a front spawn than TJ, without a doubt. But we're going to go live with Asylum, which is our map number 2. You see those end zones right there in front of those civilian areas. And with the first map win, you can't help but start on the opposite side to see if they are going to make a comeback in this one. I'm going to go live and in living color with I'm Kind of Cold to see how he deals with that front spawn positioning, especially with that map right in the middle of the pavilion area. That's got to be a hell of a dangerous spot to be.
Off of Rip, just as we spoke about the weapons earlier, we're going to be having a sniper rifle up top in that E-fight. Down on tracks, you'll have grenades, as well as a Retro Lancer in that pavilion you spoke of. So probably the most powerful weapon on the map right now is going to be that sniper rifle, and you're going to see Stoomy boys playing for it very aggressively.
There's the overload. Even though Hive gets the flag, they don't get out cleanly. We do have a 4v4 though. Tanks will get the sniper. There's the retro pickup. So both teams re-evaluating their positioning. Hive will lose another member, and that will be Jeff going down. So with a 4v3, you see Cold pushing up a little bit more. He's going to be trying to find sight lines. He's going to try to figure out where these last few members are. Tanks with the snipe in his hand though. He's got to be the man you keep an eye on, because if anybody pokes out at the wrong possible second, it is all over but the crime. But he gets the call out right there. He says, hey, look, guys, I got one inside that room behind the couch. I believe they don't know who it is yet. They don't know what weapons he has, but Force has that Retro Lancer in hand, so pushing him straight on would be a huge mistake, because that thing can do some damage. Demise with a flag on his back. Noe with the flag on his back will have to try to stay out of harm's way, and Demise will have to possibly push up here on the sniper. That is Tanks, top side of the map.
Hanks is the one who was able to break ice with that first, or not break ice, get that second kill with that sniper, especially on a map like Asylum. He picks up another down, right? That's exactly what you want to see from your sniper player. However, an ill-advised up A on the side of Colds. A huge sniper shot out of Tanks. He will fall though. That round goes to Hive. Stumi Boy with another Batista bomb.
My goodness. Thank you, TJ. I appreciate the Batista bomb, but it was a one and done for the night. You've already got your 5. You can't get 10 out of it. So we're going to go to round number 2 with TJ coming out on top with 2 elims to his name. And that was a hell of a snipe by Tanks, but it just was not enough to get them the round win because he could not convert the kill there on, I believe that was TJ. So let's see where the teams once again flood out. It looks like Tanks might go in early, trying to get that kill as a sniper. He's going to get the over-the-cover shot, though, on Tidy, so Tidy's going to get taken out. The flag down there at the track is being contested in a 1v1, but with one other member of Hive in the near vicinity, they'll be able to make it a 2v1 on Aches. They're going to get the down there. They turn around and help get the kill next on Red 9 because he moves in, so he's going to go down. Will they be able to convert the kill on Red 9 as well? No, the pick will come through. So with 2 members close, there's Force, Demise, and Jeff. 3 versus 4. Can they make it happen yet again? Can they get a lucky early pick? Demise is backed all the way onto that side of the map, but there goes Force. He's going to go down, and now Red 9 might try to haul ass out of there. As you see up top, Jeff is going to get the kill, but nobody knows that Red 9 has made it out safely with the flag and will be in the end zone so far and away from anybody being close enough to get this kill. There it is. Throw your hands high, ladies and gentlemen. Pop the confetti. Touchdown. Stumi Boys.
Mize had pushed into the opposite teams into their spawn, trying to, provide covering fire for his own teammate with the flag. But as soon as TJ drops that flag, Demise is opposite of where he needs to be, right? He has no way of dealing any sort of defense to his own end zone, and he is pinched by 3 members of Stumi Boys. It's crazy how fast this game mode flips on its head, and I absolutely love it.
Now the flag has been moved all the way up top, and we're going to see a fight break out here. You're going to see Hive get away with the flag. They do not get that sniper. Relics will be able to move in and pick up the scope. 1v1 down at the bottom of the map, but a 2v1 quickly as Hive rotates Force down there. See it down in the nades area on Noe. Noe bouncing around trying to make sure he does not get killed, but Red 9 will be answered back. Can they get any of these kills? Because they've got 2 down. One's already been picked up. There's the trade out for Tidy. So 4v2 we go. It is up to Demise and Force to either hold on to the flag or get some kills to force the elimination or touchdown. But look at Force throwing the shock, trying to guard off his right side, making sure nobody can rotate on him. But it looks like a brilliant angle being found by I'm Kinda Cold. Frag grenade in, and there's the slide up. Tanks will get the kill, will get to the end zone, and he's going to have to do himself a little song and dance. Nice active by Marcus there. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a lead for Stumi Boys, 4-2 in this one, and now the flag will swap again here in our second quarter. 3 more rounds before we have a new set of weapons on the map, though.
From the side of Hive, they had a person inside a pavilion with 2 nades who had the opportunity to clean up that down by simply throwing the nade on them. Instead, Tidy bounces through the middle of the map and trades, right? He goes, picks up that down, but then gets killed and taken out of the map, putting them in a 4v2. If Hive elected to simply use one of their grenades, it would have been a 3v3, and they would have had a much better chance of winning that round.
So it looks like Demise went for the frag grenades. He's going to get picked off, and there's a second kill by Aches. So Aches with a double kill down there on the bottom side of the map will continue to keep his team in the lead in this one, 3v2. And the last 2 members, one of them the flag carrier, which is Noe, jumps over into the Batman, will get taken down and out, and it is all up to Tidy up top. And he's going to have to play some serious defense. Relics is waiting for him with that Lancer out. Tidy trying to use that movement to his best ability. Can't just dip, dive, dodge, and duck into the kill zone. In fact, he'll go down early. The kill will come through, and the elimination happens 6-2. And the Stumi Boys are dominating in this one. So far, the kills have really been in their favor early in these rounds.
I want to see Hive sort of prioritize their priorities, for lack of a better term. Right now, Stumi Boys has very early on said, we want the sniper rifle, and once we get it, we're going to put in work with it. Hive sort of not really figuring out exactly what do they want on this map. Do they want the flag? Do they want the weapons? Right now, Hive opting more for a map control kind of vibe, picking up support weapons as well as the flag, hoping to set the tempo of this game.
There's another flag pick as well as the nades in the hand of Hive. Both of them in the hands of Force, to be honest. But opposite side of the map, you see Stumi Boys have picked up that snipe. So let's figure out where Force is going to rotate all the way back toward the top side where the sniper is. There's 2 members of Stumi Boys up there. He can't take that cover yet, and now Stumi will get the call out. They'll know that the flag is up there. Here comes the first frag. Tanks is going to try to rotate out. He'll get taken down, so if Force throws another frag, he might get a second kill here. Just a down. No, not even a down, just some damage. So 4v5, and in favor of Hive. Will Hive be able to press their luck here across the top of the map?
That was such a smart thrown nade from Hive, the first one. Because Tanks shot his sniper, which I was thinking in my mind was a little bit ill-advised, giving up his position. Hive able to throw a grenade in a difficult place, and as he rolls away, he dies with a sniper on his back. One of the keys to success we've seen so far for Stumi Boys, no longer on the map.
There it is, kind of cold in another 1v. He gets the kill on Force. He's going to get the kill there on Jeff, and he's going to break away for the end zone. They're going to take a commanding lead in this one because nobody is in position to play defense. Demise last alive, and there we go. Touchdown, 8-2. Stumi Boys looking to be running away with this, trying to send us to our third and final map, which would be, I believe, Training Grounds.
Stumi Boys doing a fantastic job of sort of taking control of this match. We've seen Hive wanting to set the tempo, and when they've done so, especially against their match earlier against Tiki Gaming, we saw them become a different team when they were in control of the tempo. However, Stumi Boys really having their hand on the wheel and their foot on the throttle, controlling exactly how they want this map to go.
Smokes out, flag in favor of Hive. They don't have the snipe yet. Oh, going for that melee, but no, he's still alive, bouncing around. Cold is going to trade out with him because Jeff is going to be able to pull up, get that quick kill, but 2 members of Hive are down, so 4v3 in favor of Stumi Boys. They have to press this advantage here. You've got the numbers, continue to wolfpack across the map, get some damage on and force them out, but it looks like Heidi is going to rotate this flag down toward the bottom side. No, he's going to stay hidden. Heidi gets called out, so he says, hey, look, boys, if I can just stay hidden for just a few seconds, they might not know where I'm going to go. But I believe they got the call out on him yet again because a perfect rotation out by Stumi Boys to see where the flag is gone. Train tracks have been cleared. So Stumi Boys without the flag, but with the man advantage, have to find where they can press the numbers. Jeff will go down on the train tracks, and is this where you press the advantage? They don't get the kill, so now they might have to back up in this one because Inks will be heavily damaged.
Good night.
CT, there's the final down and death of Jeff. So CT, what do you say? Oh, there's the 3v2. Answers back with a flashbang. Can Tidy get this revive out? CT, what do you see?
This sniper rifle from the side of Stumi Boys is amazing. Tanks is hitting almost every single body shot I see him go for. He is single-handedly not letting Hive do the rotations they want and picking up picks left and right. He's getting down after down. And it shows he is 12-4, yet again putting up storybook KDs on the side of Stumi Boys. But if we look at the KD and the lives on the side of Hive, we're not seeing anything special. Demise doing what he can with going 8-4, but every other member of Hive has a negative KD. Someone needs to help Demise out.
Tanks and his sniper was the story of the first half. Can Hive turn things around? Because now it is a drop shot and incendiary grenades. There is no sniper for Stumi Boys to rely on. So will they still be able to win these rounds without that rotational sniper and that heavy body shot damage?
Oh yeah.
Looks like they're gonna get the kill there on Jeff, and now they're gonna be able to pick up one on Demise if they can get him down. The rotation comes in middle of the map as well. Ake's trying to push across. He's gonna go down in that area of the Batman cave, as I like to call it. Now Red 9's going to get called out. He's going to be in a 1v with Noe. He's going to move up, get that melee. Won't get the damage on Force just yet. Force going for Heidi did not. He caught the train full force. Caught it with his face, ladies and gentlemen. There's a down. And 2v2 we go. And if you are Hive, you've got to try to get to the end zone. You got to try to play some defense, but they're not going to make it in time. Only one member is in play. That is Demise. The drop shots come in with 1 second to go. Force won't get the down or the out. And they are 1 point away from victory. They have won 6 rounds in a row. And it has been all Stumi Boys in map 2.
All Stumi Boys all day long. And I want to see Hive try and Wolfpack at this point. They're trying to match numbers right now. It's not working well. I want to see Hive commit at least 4 resources to the same goal. And we're going to see Demise off rip, the sole survivor of the flurry of kills on the side of Stumi Boys.
Go into the kills. There's the first one, kind of cold, picking up the icebreaker. Demise also going down. That's 3 dead quickly. It is up to Tidy and Jeff to get any kills to try to fend off this wave of momentum and stop this from going to a map 3. But there's the down on Tidy, so it is up to Jeff. Drop shot in. Jeff will continue to have to rotate out. Shot grenade in, gets the down on Relics, but with Jeff already down, there's the melee out, and Stumi Boys will win 7 rounds in a row to win map number 2, 14-2, and our grand finals goes to a map number 3.
If that's not a convincing reminder that we are still in this game and we still want that Matrino prize money, I don't know what is. I can't even give you an MVP of that map. If I had to, be Tanks with a sniper, but across the board, an impressive set of KDs and kills on the side of Stumi Boys.
We are coming live to you with a beautiful grand finals that is being put on by Stumi Boys and Hive. We go 1-1 through our first 2 maps, and now we are going to map number 3. If I remember correctly, CT, that was Training Grounds, so we will get yet another massively different look from what we've been used to. We've seen a lot of Exhibit. We saw a lot of Pahanu. That's our first look at Asylum. If our map 3 is Training Grounds, tell me exactly how you think that will play out in reference to what we've seen mainly tonight.
I personally love Training Grounds as sort of a capture the flag style map. Not only does it give you the fights that you want that aren't necessarily free-for-alls, there's good cover, great angles, it's going to reward a lot of teamwork and really, really crisp rotations. But at the same point in time, there's some sneaky places you can hide on Training Grounds, as well as the fact that it's a decently sized map. We could see some really, really interesting rotational play, not based on how many kills you want to get, but where you want to put that flag.
So that flag will go across that mid-map where the power weapons are. I can't remember exactly how the weapons spawn out on Training Grounds for Gridiron. We're going to have to get into the match to see that exactly. I believe that is Force that has come into the spectator slot with us. Nobody else, though, trading out slots, so I believe everybody's already on the right team. A Hive will play Swarm here, and we will go into map 3 with a... Oh, nope, Demise looks like he's going to switch spawns with somebody, so maybe we do have to switch spawns here, and we won't be able to get into this map 3 just yet. But for now, we have Hive and Stumi Boys, and Stumi Boys is made up of I'm Kinda Cold, Relics, Tanks, Aches, and Red 9. Hive, on the other hand, is a roster you have all known, loved, and seen many times before, coming up just short of grand finals in our first 2 Gears majors, but they have only trended upwards in ability and skill, and that team is made up of Demise, Tidy, Force, Jeff, and the legend Noe.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. But if we look at the side of Stumi Boys, I'm not super familiar with this roster, right? Tanks' name I've not seen before, has shown up in a big way. I've seen Relics around the scene. I haven't seen Cold around the scene. Stumi Boys coming up, you know, they're surprising me. These names are staying in my head, man. I'm keeping an eye out for these players when we get to LAN, hoping to see the same kind of performance. I absolutely love it. But keep in mind, the people they beat in semifinals just to get here in grand finals, Colin, were the current reigning champions, Carnage Gaming. So off of a really impressive, you know, regicide of the favorite, Carnage Gaming, and then a really impressive 14-2 on map 2, you got to think Stumi Boys are feeling pretty good right now.
And do you think that has a lot to do with the differential in game types going from escalation to a single life game mode? Do you think that really changes things up to that degree where teams are now going to have to pay way more attention to exactly how they take these initials, and it's going to bring back that old school vibe in comparison to how escalation is? All right, boys, we didn't win the initial. Let's come off respawn, try to win the retake.
Yeah, there is no retake in the sense of a single life elimination. The only thing you're going to be retaking is a heavy loss if you lose that initial and aren't able to recalibrate and figure your life out. Let me tell you, I am so excited to see single life Gears of War. I'm only 18. I never really got to watch single life Gears of War. I remember watching everyone, the boys back in UE, competing on things like Canal, Gridlock, things like that. But most of my competitive experience has been exclusively TC. Gears of War 4 Escalation, Gears 5 Escalation 2.0. I cannot tell you how much I love single life Gears of War.
And they tried to figure out a way around that stalemate that was such a thorn in the side of classic execution by putting that flag down, giving them the ability to get 1 point off a round if you could just hold on to that flag and you get that stalemate going. But ladies and gentlemen, right before we get into this one, let's get into the fact that we have a beautiful sponsor in Matcherino, and let's take a quick video look at how you can help sponsor the Gears Community Series.
Do it! Just do it! Do it! Just do it! Do it!
And as my main man Shia LaBeouf says in that video showing how easy it is to get in with Matcherino, we are just going to do it and get into it with map number 3, Training Grounds, between Hive and Stumi Boys. And you said you love the way that this map plays out, and it is a beautiful capture the flag built map with those high heaven spots, that overlook. Then down on the bottom, you've got the U shape and that firing range, but those end zones are oh so close, lurking by the spawn points of both teams.
This map, I think, is one of the fewer maps that is really truly going to reward a style of gameplay where you play for the map control, not necessarily specifically the power weapons or the flag itself, but controlling what many people call those god spots, Angel, Heaven, the Overlook, whatever name you call it. There's some seriously powerful places on this map that are key to control, especially when you don't get to spawn up.
And we are going to have to back out in this one, but I've got a good look at the map and the way the weapons will play for the first half. So CT, now that we've gotten to see how the weapons have played out for the first half, do you think the fact that it is drop incendiary Boltox lends itself to either team in specific?
If we look at the history of escalation, which is what these teams know so well, drop, incense, and Boltok probably get the second, third, and fourth most kills beyond something like a Nasher, right? You're constantly seeing Boltox in the hands of a front spawner, support player getting headshot and down after down. Incendiary grenades turning the tide and getting early picks when you're trying to retake on a game like escalation. And of course, often regarded as the most powerful weapon in Gears 5, the drop shot. All of those in a single life game mode, there's a lot to play for here. And your initial and your decisions and what you prioritize are going to show, and they're going to matter. And they're going to be the difference between whether or not you come on top of this map 3.
I'm going to have to clip what you just said about the drop shot being perhaps the most powerful weapon in Gears 5 and put an asterisk next to it and say, if it's in the hands of one Kenneth Bounce from UIU, because that man I don't think has missed a drop since the gun was thought of. I think somebody in TC thought of the drop shot. They were like, man, the drop shot would be a really cool weapon. It's like it shoots a rocket and then drills into the ground and explodes. And from that point forward, Kenny hasn't missed one.
I don't think he has. An expert with the weapons and long held with power weapons in his hands. We're looking at the side of I want to go on board here with Hive. We're gonna see, I believe, Noe in a front spawn. on training grounds. I could be wrong, but that's how I
thought
think
we
this
saw
might shake
Tidy.
up. Is it Tidy? Is Tidy back?
I thought Tidy got the nod to go back. Yeah,
Tidy
with
did get the
nod.
green light.
He got the green light, ladies and gentlemen. Got to give him the green light as my main man. I think Pitbull said it. I don't know if that was Pitbull. I'm an old white man. All right, you gotta forgive me. You gotta forgive me. I'm not sure if that was him giving a green light or whatnot. But here we go. The flag down there where those incendiary grenades are. All the smoke's out. The Lancer fire, and you see Tidy trying to push in to get the flag. There's a second shot in by I'm Kinda Cold. They're not going to get the down on Tidy just yet. Nobody really in danger of going down in this one except for Relics. Incendiary grenade out. Doesn't find anybody, but Aches will find the kill there on Demise. Answer back by Force. Double kill by Force. Being quite the force to be reckoned with if you excuse the pun. Incendiary grenade out by Cold. Cold now trying to answer back with a Lancer of his own. Getting some help from mid-cut, and now here comes Red 9 trying to answer back himself. Big up A on Force. Excuse me, on Noe, and then there's the double kill finish on Force. The down on Red 9, and it will cause a 2v1, and Tidy may have the drop in his hand. Hiding behind that mid pillar, it is all up to Aches in this one. Aches is going to have to rotate and play some defense. The reaction shot drop won't get it to go, so reloading the hot drop, getting that active out, and now they know that Aches is right in front of him, and the pistol shot one connects. So a lot of damage having been done to Aches before he comes out of there because one single snub put him on his back and allowed for them to get the elimination 2 points here in round number 1. And CT, what's the biggest thing you saw in that one? Break it down for me.
TJ, the way he played that middle box was so smart. He got to the other team's side of that middle box and played patient, didn't want to fight. And then when TJ, I believe, when Tidy rotated, TJ got a free cleanup on a down courtesy of Tidy, and then won another key kill. Another feature I'd want to mention about this brand new game mode Gridiron is you're able to tap up. TJ almost tapped up and had the opportunity to get a third kill.
There we go. Ice being broken early in favor of Shtumi Boys. The drop shot has 3 members around it. They're going to get the flag. They're going to push up on these 2 members of Hive that are on that God spot trying to look down. They're going to get the drop. There it goes. Won't get anything to go, but they do have a down and an out. Finally, Aches will get taken out, and that'll be a 4v3. Can Hive find another one? They've got a few members caught up in that back cubby hallway, and I think the best sight line is Noe. Noe's gonna get the down. Will he be able to get the kill on Tanks? There he goes. But the answer comes back. Jeff is down. Noe is having to play this close cover combat, trying to get in and stop the touchdown. Won't get it to go. Will get taken up as a meat shield, and touchdown to the side of Shtumi Boys. 2-2 we go, and I can only imagine this thing may go back and forth all the way to overtime if those first 2 rounds are any indication.
I expect it will, Colin. What we've seen time and time again for the first 2 rounds is whoever is controlling the middle of this map gets their hands not only on the flag, although it has now moved, but on that oh so powerful drop shot.
Shots on Red 9, trying to prevent those early grenade pickups on the opposite side of the U. Tidy trying to stay on that back U and stop the member of Shtumi Boys from getting that flag and getting out. Aches is very heavily damaged, and there's the incendiary grenade from Demise picking him up. But I hope he called out Kobe, because you can't forget the legend himself with that incendiary grenade. And now the shots will come out. It looks like Shtumi Boys will try to answer with Lancers of their own. Little crossfire there helps get the kill and the down. Tidy will pick up the meat shield and the flag, and now Force being a 1v1 in the back of the U. Doesn't need any help to get that back A to go. And Tanks will go down as well, so it will all be left in the hands of Relics at the God spot of Hive. Hive could easily go for this touchdown, but he's going to get down. He will get outed, and my goodness gracious, there we go, CT.
I just want to point out a gorgeous incendiary grenade from Tidy. We noticed that Tanks had desperately tried to pick up that drop shot and it was downed by the Lancer fire of, I believe, Noe. Tidy from Overlook, without LTing it, blind fires his incen to clean up the down, casually without a care in the world. That man's feeling confident right now.
He must be feeling himself a little bit. What we see here, the flag will go back to those underneath overpass, to those incendiary grenades. Shtumi Boys have the numbers here. They can rotate in, but the down will come out first for the side of Hive on Tanks. So Tanks, if he can get cleaned up, will give Hive the advantage. But there it is, a 2v1 down here under the Overlook. Force will go down, and nobody's there to back him up except for Tidy. He's going to move in now, and he may go down himself. We are left in a 4v4. Red 9 moves in, gets the melee down on Tidy. So there we go. Stumi Boys will have the life advantage in this one and the flag. And tell me what you see as the play call maybe for Hive.
Hive has a drop shot on the back of Jeff. He managed to sneak that away, although he did just get marked. I want to see Hive use that drop shot, be very, very careful. I'm actually not sure how much ammunition he has. I thought I heard some explosions early on, so whether or not he has 1 shot, 2 shots, or no shots left, I'm actually not sure. But that play, regardless, revolves around Jeff, as he's in the position to see where all the members of Stumi Boys are, and he's able to sort of feel out where to play defense.
I think Stumi Boys may have backed up enough to go for this single point. I don't know if they're going to be willing to challenge this with the drop shot so close to the end zone of Hive. Jeff may have to rotate. They may have to push for a play here because 4v3, they're going to come away with 1 point in this one if they hold on for another 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen.
Jeff does have 2 drop shots. That has been revealed to me.
Yeah, he's going to have to go for this. Noe's pressed up. Noe's pressed up in a 1v1, and he gets the kill there on Relic, so it's a 3v3. Now you can really press your advantage.
They only have 12 seconds to do so, Colin. They've got to find this flag carrier and kill him quickly.
It's Red 9 playing at the Overlook, and in 5 seconds, Red 9 will have won himself a round with this flag on his back, and that timer has expired. We see this go 3-4. They answer back, but only a single point in that one. We get to see once again the timer expire and the 1 point come into play for a team, or the third time tonight we get to see it come in once again. Flag readjusting down to that drop shot. And we are here in the fifth round, excuse me. 2-2-2-2-1, yeah. So we are here in the 5th round. This round and one more before the weapons will change, and it looks like Stumi Boys will win that underpass. They will get those incendiary grenades. Force will get the flag and the drop down on a Red 9. Will he go for the double kill here? Nope, not in position to fire that drop just yet. So CT, you're down 1 player, but you have the flag, so you could answer right back with a single point of your own. And it looks like that's what they may be setting up for, because Force has rotated all the way toward the Overlook side of the map, toward the U, and here comes the reinforcements from the Stumi Boys.
When you have the flag and the drop shot, a 4v5 isn't really that much of a deficit to look at. Smartly, what they've done is they've given, what had happened earlier is the flag player had the drop shot, and maybe that's not a play or something you'd like to see, because that person has to move around the map a lot. He's going to be the point man. You don't necessarily want to give up the flag if the point man of your play falls victim to a secret man or a really, really well put together push from the side of Stumi Boys. So by switching who has the drop shot, not only might it throw a little confusion in the way of Stumi Boys, but it also allows your flag player to play more slowly and protect it and make sure that that win condition is secured.
Noe with a great drop shot there to get the second kill. He got a kill with the second one, didn't get one to go with the first. Now you see a 3v3 in totality, and with 30 seconds to go, they could answer right back with 1 point of their own. Relics is now going to push up. Noe moves in, though, with some brilliant movement, is going to push past Cold. Big brick out on him. Is anybody in the area to get a kill? Nobody is, and it looks like Hive may be flying across the map. There's the pick on Jeff. Force is going to push forward. He's going to go down. Cold has backed him up, though, with the flag down and Force down. There's the double kill from Cold. Great Lancer fire comes out, and they win with point elimination advantage, and they take the lead 5-4. That was a hell of a cross coming out from tanks to help them get those 2 downs and those outs.
Some people at home may not realize just how close that was. If TJ doesn't go down there, they don't have the time to go and kill him. No one's in position, but he went down and dropped the flag. And Jeff wasn't also in position to pick up that flag and keep running. That came down to maybe 2 or 3 feet before TJ would have gotten to freedom.
Now the flag will be picked up by Red 9 over there at the U. Noe missing some shots, but there he goes. Gets picked up by Cold. Cold with a second to his name. Can he push his advantage here on Tidy? He's going to go for a 3rd or maybe even a 4th on Demise. Bouncing around. There's the up on Demise. And now Tidy will be left in a 2v5. He's going to push up on the flag carrier, but is taken down. So on the backs of Cold, a 3-piece to his name in that one. Solo kill with the Nash. He's going to pick up 15 eliminations in this one, only be at 21.75 for points. So
somebody stop this man. He is 15-3. He's averaging a team wipe every time he dies. He is the sole reason that Stumi Boys is having this commanding of a lead.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the second half now, and the weapons have changed. We've got an M-bar at the U, flag still underneath the overlook, and frag grenades have moved to the position of where the drop was in the first half. So there will be a big fight here at the U for control over that M-bar. Nobody with it in their hands yet. It looks like Stumi went for the pick. There's the kill by Demise. Now they're going to push their advantage on Cold. Cold back here in the corner. Force is using that flag like a beacon, trying to call members to his back, and he will get some kills there, or help clean up some kills, excuse me. Great assist out by him. M-bar in his hand. They're looking to clean up one of these last two kills. It is up to Aches. He will go down. Tidy will clean him up. And ladies and gentlemen, elimination in favor of a Hive. They come back in this one still down by 1 point, though, due to that single point round earlier in the game by Stumi Boys.
That's just what you want to see if you're a fan of Hive. As soon as everything changes up, new weapons, new objectives, you're going to have to pull out some new initial strategies. Hive showing out really, really strongly on the backs of Tidy picking up a couple of good kills, as well as TJ. Time to see if Stumi Boys has an answer.
Stumi Boys is going to have to find an answer here. There's a down on Cold. They're going to move in for the revive, but they're going to give up 1 life, and that'll be Relics. And now the flashbangs will come out. Tidy bouncing around. Cold is full red. Tidy finishes him off as well, so Tidy with 2 to his name already in this one. And you see 3 members of Hive are moving across the map toward the U to back up the last 2 members of Hive over here at the U, fighting over that M-bar, and Demise will back up, play the down and distance game, get that kill, and secure the flag's easy path to the end zone on this side of the map. Going for the M-bar. Headshot now is Demise. Won't get the first one to go. Sees Aches. Won't get the second to go. Maybe going for a reload. Nope. Let the full clip come out. Cap coming in. First frag out. Noe will get the kill on Aches on the stairwell. Smoke in. The misroll and the headshot by Demise to finish it off in style. Brilliance out by Hive in these last 2 rounds.
Now, Colin, I know insider trading is usually a little illegal, but we know the government's got a lot on their plate right now, so I'm going to give you a little bit of insider trading right here. Hive has really, really struggled that U fight, and seeing them show up and sort of bully Stumi Boys out of it and get a really, really good series of initials here, that's really, really good to see from them, because they lost this map terribly to Rise in the Pro League earlier in this week. So they're playing this well. We're seeing a little bit of a new look Hive for anyone who was watching them earlier. They're getting up first kill after first kill.
Aches has already been taken out on the side of Stumi Boys, and Hive have the positioning with the Lancers. They've got the flag. They could get out with this. Big L trigger comes out. Tidy picks up a second. He pushes his advantage. Won't get a third to go. Hefe getting the down on Red 9 on the opposite side of the map. Cold getting cleaned up as well. There will go Force. But it looks like Hive are just going to position themselves for another touchdown, because Demise has crossed the threshold, and with 1 second to go, throw your hands high in the air and scream, touchdown Hive! Ladies and gentlemen, they move to 10-7 and are just 3 points away from winning the Gears Community Series week number 2.
6 straight points from the side of Hive. Stumi Boys don't really seem to have an answer to this new placement of weapons. However, this round, we're about to see a new placement of the flag. Up top, you're going to have to fight
That's
for
over.
it.
That's underneath. That's underneath. That's in the
Is
cave.
it still underneath? There's not moved yet.
Yeah, no,
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I need a new set of glasses.
It's all good. We're going to find out exactly who comes away with it. That'll be Tidy. He'll get the flag on into the overlook. Looks like, again, Stumi Boys elect to take the back of the U and go for this M-bar off the spawn. But there's the double Lancer. They're going to get the pick there on Cold for just a moment. Tidy has yet to go down. Cold missing that headshot. They know they got to play defense, but Hef has called the frag grenades into his possession on the opposite side of the match. Cold getting the headshot there with the M-bar. Taking command of this one. Getting the first kill. Breaking ice. Going for a second here on Demise. Revving up that M-bar, not getting that kill. Tidy, though, sneaks up behind him, going big for his team. Tidy has put Hive on his back in map number 3 and said, boys, if I've got to step it up, then so be it. Watch me climb this sumbitch like a ladder, because he's taking control of the training ground.
It's a huge play from Tidy. If there's one player you want to shut down, it's... Oh, Tidy sneaks in! Stumi Boys was not at all prepared for a play with that kind of guts. Tidy riding a high right now, picking up a huge clutch kill. That's the entire game.
12-7, 1 point away. Excuse me, but that 2 points puts them out of position to be caught by Stoomy Boys. And Hive are your Week 2 Gears Community Champions. Ladies and gentlemen, I have loved every second of this action. Hive doing exactly what they needed to do there on training grounds on the backs of Tidy. I cannot wait to see that man and possibly hug him because he looks so goddamn good all the time. And I can't wait to tell him how absolutely brilliant he played in Week 2. Massive congrats to them. And to really quickly explain, Awan's in the chat who asked, they won with 12 points. When they got to the 12 points, even if it went to overtime, Stoomy Boys would not have enough rounds to catch them to win the map themselves. Even if they got 2 points every round from that point forward, it was dead in the water. They could not have come back. They won with 12 because they put themselves in position to outscore you. You couldn't have won off of winning every single round from that point forward. You could have gotten 2 points for the next 2 rounds. You'd have been down 12 to, I believe, 10. And you, even in overtime, you'd have lost 12 to 10. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Bounce confirming my original suspicions there in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate the backup. But that's it for us here at the Community Series this week, ladies and gentlemen. I got to give a big shout out first to Matcherino, our weekly sponsor, helping us build up that prize pool. Remember, you can help us with that as well. A massive love and congratulations to Hive for their win in Week 2. Thank you, Coach Crazy Train, a.k.a. Andrew Osborne, for joining me once again. The voice of God in our ears, Deluxe Haas. Follow him in the Gears Community Series on Twitter. But I am your host, Colin the Crow Clark, and I will be signing off for the evening. Thank you, we love you, and good night.